Oh, yeah! Oh, yeah. It's almost game time. All right, boys and girls. My boy just came by and showed me the hype pregame in the tunnel speech that Josh Allen gave to the team. It looked pretty spectacular. I know these boys are pumped up. I know that we're pumped up. We are ready to roll. Buffalo Bills, Cincinnati Bengals coming up in about 25 minutes. Thought I'd jump on early, get our juices pumping, our blood pumping, our juices flowing, get our vibing, get ready for what will be, to this point, the biggest game of the NFL season for the Buffalo Bills. So many things, so many storylines surrounding this game. Of course, the biggest one, what happened last season. The last time the Bills were in Cincinnati. Don't need to rehash it much, but we all know that it transcended football. It was much more about, X's and O's and scores. It came down to life and death. We often talk in terms of life and death when it comes to sports, but that was truly a life and death situation, and everything worked out. Thankfully, thank the Lord above. Everything worked out wonderfully for Damar Hamlin, and he will be there, obviously, tonight. And who knows exactly what they will do before the game. I'm sure it's going to be something that will mark the moment, a special moment, a moment that, like I said, transcends sports and meant something so much to everybody. So that's the biggest storyline off the field, is the return of Damar Hamlin to Cincinnati. But the biggest story on the field is the fact that the Buffalo Bills and the Cincinnati Bengals are in the thick of it in the AFC. With a win today for either team, it will vastly improve their position in the AFC, of course, with their records, the standing, the chase for the number one seed. And quite honestly, this game is going to the team that comes out of this game with a loss will be facing not an uphill climb, but a tougher climb to make the playoffs. I heard a statistic that the team that comes out of this game with a win has got an 80% chance of making the playoffs, whereas the team that loses this game, their chances of making the playoffs drop down to about 50%. And with Buffalo's upcoming schedule, playing teams like the Eagles, who just beat the Cowboys today, the Chiefs, of course, who took care of the Dolphins today, with teams like that on their schedule, and including Dallas coming into Buffalo. Buffalo doesn't come home with a win tonight, then we're going to start hearing talk about Buffalo possibly missing the playoffs. Missing the playoffs. We have that window that everybody talks about that many people think closed back a couple seasons ago when we blew the 13-second game. And it's arguable, it's very debatable whether or not there is a window and if it has closed on us completely or if it's just barely ajar. How can a window be ajar? All right, we got some of my favorite people in the house. We've got Spears and Wowza. They are always checking in. Spears, thank you so much for your nice comment saying that you're getting ready for the game and checking out your favorite YouTube channel person. Appreciate that very, very much. Let's get to see what you guys are saying. That's why I'm here. Just talk a little Bills football before the game. I'll tell you about how I feel about this game, what I see happening, give you my little prediction and whatnot here in a minute. But first, you guys say, Wowza says he wants to see Linval and Rusal play. Well, you're going to see Roussel for sure. I would imagine he will be starting. I don't know for sure. I don't know for sure. But he's going to at least see, I think, 50% of the snaps on offense. So consider Douglas like probably one of our top guys in the secondary right now. Also, Spears says it is a revenge game. I'd say so. I say so. I say it's a little bit of revenge. Considering what this team, the Bengals, did to us in the playoffs last season. Really what we did to ourselves. But the Bengals were the happy recipients of a very poor performance by the Bills, specifically on the offensive side of the ball. So, revenge, yeah, we're going to take out revenge, if not against the Bengals, against just, history, right? But yeah, revenge game. And the Bengals have become somewhat of a rival for the Bills, I think. You have the Bills, and I was talking about this with my son today. Like, who are the Bills' rival right now? Right back in, if you guys are old enough to remember, back in the 80s and 90s, it was the Dolphins. That was a big rivalry. And over the past 5 years, obviously the Chiefs are there. The Bengals, I think you could say, are there. This game very well could turn out in a way that solidifies the Bills and Bengals as a really good rivalry game. The Dolphins continue to be, I think, a rival with Buffalo, but it's kind of interesting. I was watching the Bills and the Eagles and the let's spit it out, Steve. I was watching the Eagles and the Cowboys playing here, and that's what brought up the conversation. That's a rivalry game, right? It's interesting how the NFC East has got these big rivalry matchups, and they're all having to do with the Dallas Cowboys. The Cowboys Giants, the Cowboys against the Eagles, the Cowboys against the 49ers. Those are all big rivalry games, I think much more so than maybe what we find in the AFC. But you still got a good batch of rivalries here in the AFC, and I think when it comes to the Bills, it's the Chiefs, Bengals, and the Dolphins is the top three. You guys can chime in and let me know what you guys think about that. But Wowza says that Linval is one of the better run stoppers. He may be 35, but he can still do it. Well, I of course hope so, but I got to kind of question that because he was a free agent. Wowza says, I watched the Bengals game in the playoffs, and I wanted to quit watching after seeing how fast they scored on the first drive. Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. I had said last season that the Bills needed to employ a defense that pretty much allowed the Bengals to run the ball, but not be able to allow Joe Burrow to just kind of pick and choose his receivers. And they didn't do that for the first couple series, and they did. They scored, 14 points in a blink of an eye. And then think about it. From that point on, the Bengals only scored 13 points, right? They scored 14 points in the first couple drives, and then the rest of the game they only scored 13. The problem wasn't the defense last year. It was the offense, and the offense did not do diddly squat in the playoff game last season. That game that started out, I think also, was it a Monday night game or was it a Sunday night game last season when Damar Hamlin went down? The Bengals moved the ball right down the field on their first drive in that game, as did the Bills. The Bills got a field goal. The Bengals got a touchdown in that game before it was stopped. So it was hard to say what was going to happen. I think this game picks up right where that previous game, not the playoff game, but the previous game let off. And we're going to see two teams, kind of moving the ball effectively. And this could turn into a wild shootout. But again, I'll give you my take here in a minute. What's up, Eric? Good to see you. Eric says, I have absolutely no logic or reason to hang this on, but in my opinion, the Bengals, kitties, going to cough up a hair ball. I'll give you my keys to the game, and coughing up those hair balls is pretty much what I think is the absolute resounding key of the game. It's the key of every NFL football game. But in this one, it is by a factor of 10. So we'll get there in my silly little, thoughts here in a second, but I want to see what Spears and Wowza have to say. Spears says it's the Chiefs. That's our big rival. I think you're right. I think right now it is the Chiefs for sure. Wowza says, I think Allen Kincaid-Diggs will do enough to keep it close. Pretty much they gotta. Those are going to be the main players in tonight's game, I think, without a doubt, at least on the offensive side of the ball. We'll get into the defense here in a little bit. Spears says, I want revenge for what the Bengals did to us in the playoffs. Absolutely, 100%. Like I said, I think we did more to ourselves than the Bengals did to us in that game, specifically on the defensive side of the ball with the coaching, right? I mean, offensive side of the ball was the worst, but I think the coaching in the very early part of that playoff game was the problem. And then they adjusted pretty quick, but it was obviously too little too late. It shouldn't have mattered, though. Even though the Bengals scored 27 points against us in the playoffs last season, honestly, on offense, the Bills should have scored 34. And that's my take on last game. But that game's over. That game is in the past. Dwayne, what's up, brother? All right, so let's get started with Dwayne's prediction, then I'll get you to what I'm thinking is going to happen. So Dwayne says, I think it's going to be lopsided. Bengals win by a lot. Our Bills just ain't the same. Great segue, Dwayne. I hate to say it, but I'm feeling the same way. After watching the Bills fail to get a win in New England and failing to stop Mac Jones with 1:50 to go, Mac Jones and the Patriots going all the way down the field for the winning touchdown, I feel that the Bills are going to be outmatched in this game on defense. It's great to have Rasul Douglas on the team now. I think he will make a difference, but I don't think he's going to make enough of a difference on the defensive side of the ball to be able to slow a team like the Bengals, they're clicking now. They're heating up, and the Bengals, I think, after tonight could be considered the best team in the AFC, if not the best team in all of the NFL. So I, unfortunately, see the Bills struggling early on and enough throughout the game where this one's going to be getting away from them maybe by halftime. I told my boy here that I could see the Bengals being in front 21-0 before we even get to the middle of the second quarter. I obviously hope that I'm wrong, but Buffalo has struggled on offense, on and off, and Buffalo certainly without their top three defensive players, Daquan Jones, Matt Milano, and Tre'Davious White, especially Matt Milano, they have become an average defense. Now, we're all hoping that Von Miller will get back to forms, especially tonight, but I don't see that happening. He's been out there. I haven't seen him actually do a lot to get, at least even, he hasn't even gotten close to the passers in the downs, the passing downs that he's been in there rushing the quarterback. So hopefully that changes, but we're not going to see that change in a blink of an eye. Things are not going to all of a sudden magic pixie dust the Bills are not going to suddenly become this juggernaut of a team that we saw 2 seasons ago, two and a half seasons ago. We have to be honest with ourselves. The Buffalo Bills are, I think, a little bit better than average right now. They are not a team that I think can go on the road in a big Sunday night matchup like this and come out with a win. So I'm going to give my score prediction. It's not a good one. It's actually disappointing. But I see the Bengals beating the Bills tonight by a score of like 34-14. 34-14. Bengals in this one. I am not going in this game with any expectations. I am cautiously optimistic in a way, I guess you could say. No, I can't say I'm cautiously optimistic. I just gave a prediction of 34-14. I would like to be cautiously optimistic. I would like to be surprised. And that's what buoys me on with hope, is the fact that so often, all of us Buffalo Bills fans, when things seem like they're probably not going to go our way, suddenly, for whatever reason, go our way. And I could easily see myself at work tomorrow talking Buffalo Bills football, saying to everybody, holy cow, we got a good team. Holy smokes. They just flipped the switch and became suddenly the best team in the AFC, if not all of the NFL. That's what I'm hoping for. But whether or not that's going to happen, obviously we don't know. That's the fun about, these games, is we just don't know. We just don't know. I will say I know one thing, and that is I have had my hopes crushed, smashed, obliterated too often by this team over the last 3+ decades to allow myself to get amped up about much more when it comes to Buffalo Bills football. So, as this channel has transitioned, right, from last year where I was absolutely guaranteeing a Super Bowl victory to this year where, if you've watched my new trailer video, I just feel like this team is the city, when it comes to sports, is cursed. And like Steven Crowder, the Buffalo Bills are cursed. Change my mind. All right, you tell me why I shouldn't feel like the Buffalo Bills and the Buffalo Sabres are cursed. I'm not going to, bring everybody's spirits down just before the biggest game of the season. I'm just telling you that I'm enjoying the season because I have no expectations. I fully intend to be sitting in this basement watching the last seconds tick off of a Buffalo Bills game, whether it is in the postseason or in regular season, when it's all over. Spirit says the Bills smashed my heart last season. Heck yeah, they did. It was just like, I wouldn't even say they smashed my heart, right? They smashed my heart the season before when they had the lead against the Kansas City Chiefs with 13 seconds to go. And all they had to do was just play a little defense, and they trotted out this defensive formation that, to me, was absolutely bizarro. You know what I'm talking about. Where they had the defensive linebackers and DBs and safeties like 40 yards off the line of scrimmage. And if you were like me, you watched it and you watched Tyreek Hill take that first pass and just without effort go 25 yards down the field, and you were like, what are they doing? But as bad as that was, they did the same thing the next play, and suddenly the Chiefs were, I know I'm going back to this whole thing again, but suddenly the Chiefs are in field goal range in a blink of an eye, make the field goal. He could have missed. The Bills lose the coin toss in overtime. They could have won it. So anyway, that game is where I had my heart smashed. Last season, when they lost to the Bengals, it was just kind of like just a thud. Like, what? What? Anyway, as it's so often said, I digress. So this season, just enjoying the games. I'm going to enjoy this game, going to watch it with you guys, and I'm not getting my hopes up. And then, you know what's going to happen? You know what's going to happen. You know what's going to happen. It's kind of like that girl that you're so interested in, and you're trying to show her attention. You're trying to get her attention. You're trying to, maneuver your way into her life, and she's not showing you attention, or you have her attention and you're having some fun, and then all of a sudden she bolts on you, and you're like, you're disappointed, and you're hoping that somehow, some way you could regain that magic, that fire and that passion. And then you're like, okay, I give up. She don't like me. And then all of a sudden what happens is she comes back around. And she shows you attention. You get all excited because it's back. You get all fired up. You're in love again. That's what's going to happen tonight. The Bills are going to show everybody, we're still here, baby. We're still one of the best teams in the NFL. And I'll be all fired up again. Heading down towards the playoffs, where all of us fear the worst. Finding ourselves on the floor weeping in a fetal position. All right. Has Rousseau been disappointing this year? I don't think he's been disappointing. No, he hasn't become the dominant pass rusher yet that we're hoping that he would be. But he's also dealt with some injuries, so it's hard to say. Wowza says 38-24 Bengals. I think Diggs and Davis won't do a lot, and Allen might get destroyed behind our offensive line, but I think Kincaid will go over 100 yards, being one of the only receivers getting open this game. That seems like a very reasonable prediction, quite honestly. And I would think that the Bengals are going to try to keep, obviously, Diggs from getting his numbers, and Davis, when he is targeted, he gets his numbers too. And so I could see that the short passes to Kincaid are the ones that the Bills will be getting a lot more of. So we'll see. They're showing DeMar Hamlin on the field right now. He's walking around. You can tell he's got a lot on his mind. I mean, man, can you imagine what it's like for him going back to the place where he almost lost his life? I mean, that's got to be a very emotional moment for him. Anyway, got Chris Collinsworth and Tarico right now chatting up Bills, Bengals, and we're just about 4 minutes away from kickoff. Again, I see the Bills kind of getting their butts handed to them tonight, 34-14. Oh, okay. So if we're going to win, I think it's very simple, and this is the game plan. I mean, this is what's got to happen, and it's a very simple one, but it's much more profound and relative for this game than any others. Turnovers. Buffalo has to win the battle of turnovers, and I don't mean just like they get 2 turnovers and only give up 1. Buffalo has got to get minimum 2 more turnovers than the Bengals. They have to stop 2 Bengal drives, or the Bengals have to blow it themselves, and the Bills have to add 2 extra drives to this game, I think, to have a chance of staying in it and pulling this thing out at the end. Obviously, if Buffalo can get this ball away from the Bengals 3+ times, then we might be talking about a Bills win at the end of this game. Okay, I'm still watching. I'm just putting you on my TV. That's crazy. I'm on TV. Well, thank you, Mr. Spears. Yeah, I'm going to, be hanging out here. I don't know how much play-by-play I'm going to be doing, but I'm going to have a lot of fun. I did enjoy doing this. I don't want to just abandon my channel because you guys have been so awesome to me, and I feel like that would be doing a disservice to everybody that's been watching my channel since I started doing these silly videos a year ago plus. So, going to have some fun here. I am going to take a quick little break, and then we'll be back for kickoff. Bills Bengals live watch party, and going to have some fun coming up right around the corner. Hang out.
Bills make me wanna shout. Kick your heels up and shout. Throw your hands up and shout. Throw your head back and shout. Come on now, the Bills are making it happen now. Stand up now, come on and shout. Yeah, 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 yeah. Say you will. Shout it right now, baby. Say you will. Come on, come on. Say you will. Come on and shout. Say you will. Yeah. Shout. Buffalo's happening now. Shout. We're on the move now. Shout. The Bills are happening now. Shout. They're making it happen now. Shout. We got the spirit, shout. A lot of spirit, yeah. Shout. We got the spirit. Shout. Just watch it happen now. Hey, 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 hey. Let's go Buffalo. Let's go Buffalo. Let's go Buffalo. Let's go Buffalo. The Bills make me wanna shout.
All right, boys and girls, ready for kickoff. Bills are kicking off to the Bengals. We're going to see Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati offense on the field first. Here we go. There's the kick. It is short of the goal line. It's taken at the goal line, and return comes to the 20, 25-yard line, about the 24-yard line. And that's where the Cincinnati offense will start their first possession. Joe Burrow. So, again, no expectations tonight. Let's hope we get something good out of this game. Let's hope that somehow, some way, Buffalo can pull this one out. And also, let's not have any more injuries. All right. This first play could set the tone. Burrow is in the shotgun. It is an empty backfield. Burrow takes the snap. Back to pass. Quickly swings it out to Mixon, and Mixon's got a good gain of about 8 yards. Tackled by Terrell Bernard. It'll be 2nd down and 2. So the question is, on both sides of the ball, are we going to get a lot of nickel and diamond out of the offenses? Are we going to have explosive plays? What is the pass rush going to be like? Is Rasul Douglas going to make a difference? Is he even on the field right now? It's 2nd down and 2. Burrow under center. Tyler Boyd in motion. Back to pass. Flips it out to mix it again. Another short pass and another big gain for Mixon. He's got about 15 yards, 1st down. So obviously, like I always say, the first few plays of a game, the first drive of a game, so often is scripted, and you see a lot of success, and we're seeing success from the Bengals early on. And so they just did the same play. They just flipped it from the first play of the game to the second play of the game, both going to Mixon. So the ball is at the Bengals' 47-yard line, 1st and 10. Burrow in the shotgun. Buffalo rushing 4. It's a handoff up the middle and a nice gain for about 8 yards. And I do not expect, if you're like me, I do not expect the Bills' defense to come out and dominate today. Give me Matt Milano, Tre'Davious White, and Daquan Jones in the lineup, and I could see the Bills slowing this offense down. Definitely not dominating even with those guys in the lineup, but this is going to be a tough tough slog for the Bills defense tonight. Burrow is in the shotgun on 2nd and 3. He gives another handoff. This time the Bills are up to the task. It's a gain of maybe 1. It'll be 3rd down and 2. I have not had a chance to see if Rasul Douglas is indeed out there. I think they may have just showed him on the screen. But here's a big play. They're across midfield, so I can see them going for it if they don't get it here. It's 3rd and 2. Burrow in the shotgun. He's back to pass. Throws it short. They're going to have the 1st down and then some. Tackled by Terrell Benford. But it's a 1st down as they go to Mitchell Wilcox. And that looks like that is... I think we did see Rasul Douglas there. Okay, Bengals moving down the field on their first possession. They've gotten 3 first downs now. Burrow in the shotgun. It's a fake handoff. Burrow steps up, and he is almost sacked. Gets it away. It is caught. 1st down again. T. Higgins. Burrow is able to get out of a sack. And who was that had him? It looked like Terrell Dodson just barely almost got him by the ankle, but he was able to slip out and get the ball out to T. Higgins, who got upfield for another nice gain for the Bengals' 1st down. Burrow is 4 for 4, 47 yards on this drive. Burrow changing the play at the line of scrimmage, pointing to his helmet, which means something. It's a handoff up the middle, and it was a change to a run play that gained about 2 yards. I hope that he points to his helmet more often in the game if the result is going to be a 2-yard run. Bengals have had the ball almost 5 minutes now to start the game. Bengals 4 and 3, Bills 5 and 3. Bengals really scratching and clawing. There's definitely no pun intended there to stay relevant in the AFC North standings. Burrow in the shotgun. 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Got pressure in his face, but he's able to get it out. It's caught for 1st down, and the Bengals have the ball. 1st and goal now at the Bills' 6-yard line. Going to Smith Jr., the tight end. Little impressed with Burrow there, being able to get that ball out. He got some pressure in his face, was able to swing it out. Shaq Lawson is the guy that was in on coverage on that play, and that didn't work out very well. All right, empty backfield for the Bengals. 1st and goal at the Buffalo Bills 7-yard line. Back to pass. Throws it in the corner of the end zone, touchdown. Went back to Smith Jr. Bengals take the lead, much like they did in the first game against the Bills last season in the regular season. Right down the field for a touchdown. Bengals up 6-0 with an extra point awaiting. I do not expect much different for the rest of the game when it comes to the Bengals' ability to move the ball against the Bills. We're going to need turnovers, and more than that, we're going to need our offense to keep pace. Extra point is good. Bengals are up 7-0. Again, it was pretty much just like it was a copycat of the first game last season. I think it was a Monday night game. It was a copycat of that first game last year where the Bengals moved right down the field. Now, if it's going to be a copycat of the game last year in the regular season, then I expect the Bills to move right down the field. If you remember as well as I do, the Bills finished that drive with a field goal, and then it was the Bengals' second drive where everything happened that we know about that happened, that, this game, has such significance because of. But, yeah, so what do you guys see after the very first drive of that game? Again, a team's first drive of the game so often is much more successful than drives that come after adjustments. But what do you guys see? What do you guys see that if you were not Ken Dorsey, if you were Sean McDermott, what did you see on that first drive from the Bengals where you, as the defensive coordinator, would say, okay, this is a problem. This is what we got to do? I don't really know. Daniel, Barry Sports Highlights, what's up? Yo! Nice to have you, man. Not sure if you've been here before, but I really do appreciate you popping in to say hello. All right, what do you guys see in the very first drive of that game? Like, what would you do to change things? I have no idea. I have no idea what I would do from this point on to slow the Bengals offense down, aside from maybe rushing only 3, having one of our D-line, believe it or not, kind of go into shallow coverage out in the flat where whichever side Joe Mixon is on, in case they decide to run that quick little screen pass. If I implemented my game plan, I would probably get fired like within minutes of trying to do what I want to do. Pass rush is working well. Send more. So it sounds like Wowza says, let's blitz. Let's blitz the heck out of them. All right, Bengals kicking off. This one's going to go inside the end zone, but it's going to be returned, and it was a bad idea. Don't like to see that. I think that was Andy Isabella. Was that Andy Isabella returning? Not a good decision. So the Bills are starting their first drive at the 15. So, all right, boys and girls, this is what we're going to find out. Again, I see Buffalo falling behind quickly in this game. I do not see the Bills. The offense has been, very inconsistent. And hopefully they can pop some here real quick. They're going to have to keep up with the Bengals. They cannot be kicking field goals. They got to score touchdowns. Josh Allen in the shotgun. First down at their own 15-yard line. Quick pass out to Kincaid. Kincaid gets about 6. Nice first pass. Nice first play of the game. Again, now the Bills have their, first their first drive scripted for the most part. Bills look like they're in the no huddle. I love that. I think that's been successful. At least it was against the Buccaneers. The Bills have an empty backfield. Allen in the shotgun. Back to pass. Throws it over the middle, and it is dropped. Dropped by Kincaid, and I think that might be his first drop of the season. So that quickly, we're in a third and manageable, but third down nonetheless. You really would have liked Kincaid to haul that in. Buffalo does not get this first down. Things could get hairy real quick. 3rd and 5 at the Bills' 20. Allen back to pass. Throws it over the middle. It's caught for a first down. Stephon Diggs gets to the Bills' 30-yard line. That was gigantic. That was a big pickup. Okay, let's go, Bills. Let's go. Allen in the shotgun. Diggs in motion. Allen throws it out to Diggs real quick. He's got a little bit of room and gets up and he breaks it across the 50 to the 45, the 40, down to the Bengals 35-yard line. Oh, my boy Stephon Diggs. My boy Stephon Diggs looking a little bit like Jamar Chase on that one. Very nice. Very nice stuff right there. Wow. He broke 1, 2, 3, 4. Woo. That was gigantic, people. Allen in the shotgun. Ball at the Bengals 36. Allen's he's gonna run, then he throws it and it's caught. Caught down to the 15. It looks like Khalil Shakir. Boy, Allen could have run. Allen could have run quite a ways, but he decided, you know what? I'm going to let my receiver do the work for me. And he puts the ball on Shakir. Very nice pass. Would have been a touchdown if Allen was somehow, some way able to elevate that pass a little bit more. That Shakir would have had a walk-in touchdown. Buffalo at the Bengals 15. Allen sees something. He likes it. He runs up. He's saying stuff. He's pointing to stuff. Takes the snap. Back to pass. Throws it. It's caught. And Kincaid gets down to about the 3-yard line of the Bengals. All right, so this is what we needed to see. And this is what a lot of us expected to see. Not this guy. Not this guy. I did not expect the Bills to be able to move the ball this effectively early on against the Bengals on the road with everything that they're facing. But they have so far, but they haven't gotten in yet. Allen, he's back to pass. He's going to run in. He's going to run in for a touchdown. Buffalo's got a touchdown, but there's a flag down. Hold on. Hold on. Unsportsmanlike conduct, but it might be after the touchdown. I hope. Touchdown is good, people. Taunting on Josh Allen. Don't particularly like that. But we got into the end zone quickly for the touchdown. And I'm telling you what, if there's anything that's going to give Buffalo a chance tonight, it's going to be a Josh Allen performance that's reminiscent of that game in Kansas City in the playoffs a couple seasons ago. And so far, that's what we saw. Bass for the extra point, and it is good. And Buffalo has tied the game, people. It's 7-7 in Cincinnati. Let's pop!
The Bills make me wanna shout. Kick your heels up and shout. Throw your hands up and shout. Throw your head back and shout. Come on now, the Bills are making it happen now. Stand up now, come on and shout. Yeah, 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 yeah. Say you will. Shout it right now, baby. Say you will. Come on, come on. Say you will. Come on and shout. Say you will. Yeah. Shout. Buffalo's happening now. Shout. We're on the move now. Shout. The Bills are happening now. Shout. They're making it happen now. Shout. We got the spirit, shout. A lot of spirit, yeah. Shout. We got the spirit. Shout. Just watch it happen now. Hey, hey, hey.
All right. Well, we didn't win the game. We just tied it. But in a weird way, I felt like we just won the game, which obviously is ridiculous, which is absolutely ridiculous. I'm saying we won kind of like the moment, right? We responded. I mean, obviously we would have liked to have stopped the Bengals on their first drive. We didn't. But it'd be interesting to see what happens on their next drive. There's a kickoff, goes to the goal line, and a good return out to, I don't know, 22, 23, 27, something like that. But, yeah, having the Bills respond like that really, really kind of took a little bit of pressure off of, I think, all of our shoulders, as if we have any pressure. We're just sitting here watching. But that was a big drive. But this is now the next big drive of the game. It's the Bengals. The Bills have to have an answer. Boyd in motion. Ball's at the 30. Pass is incomplete. Nice coverage by Jackson. There's a flag in the backfield. And we got roughing the passer. So let's watch the replay. Let's see the guy breathe on the quarterback. And let's see how that results in a... That was tough. That was tough. I mean, that was tough. I'm of all the roughing the passer penalties I've seen that have just been absolutely ridiculous. That is middle of the road. Middle of the road. Okay, 1st and 10, Bengals at their 46-yard line. Burrow fakes the pitch, rolls to his right, throws on the run. It's caught, and it looks like the Bengals are going to probably have a first down. And if not, they're going to be like inches away from a first down. Nice play call there by whoever the Bengals offensive coordinator is. I love the fake pitch. I love the roll. I love the guy open in the flat, and just a real nice play all the way around. All right, so it's 2nd and inches. You might see the Bengals go deep here. Burrow in the shotgun. Bill's showing blitz. Handoff to Mixon. He's got the first down. Gain of about 2. I saw Joe Burrow kind of like moving his neck around after he was taken down on that roughing the passer call. And if you're like me, you're like, I don't want him to be hurt, but I kind of want him to be hurt. I would win without Burrow. All right, Von Miller's in the game. A little close-up of that dude. And I'd like to see that dude with a close-up of him doing a sack dance. Burrow's in the shotgun. Hand off to Mixon off the left side. And a great tackle by Dane Jackson. I mean, it looked like Mixon was going to get at least 8 yards on that carry. But Dane Jackson comes up. Yeah, Mixon had a lot of room to run. Terrell Bernard was there to clean things up if Mixon got around, but I don't know. That could have been a big gain. Nice tackle by Dane Jackson in the open field. Burrow in the shotgun, 2nd and 10 at the Bills' 42-yard line. Back to pass. He's got pressure. He's going backwards, and he's just going to lift it. It was almost intercepted. Almost intercepted by Dane Jackson. Let's hope that there's no roughing the passer for pushing Burrow down after he let the ball go. It doesn't look like there is, so it's now 3rd and 10. Now, Buffalo's starting to bring a little pressure here. I can't say for sure if they were blitzing on that play, but they had to because there was like 6 guys in the backfield rushing Burrow. So I think that's perhaps the adjustment that Sean McDermott's going to make here on the second drive of the game. It is 3rd down and 10. Buffalo showing blitz again. I think at the very least trying to confuse Burrow on what the coverage is going to be. Takes the snap, back to pass, throws it, and it is caught to Boyd. And he's out of bounds. First down. Dang it. Whew. Okay. Wow, they brought 6, and Burrow found the dude that he needed to find on that play in front of Micah Hyde. All right, Burrow in the shotgun, 1st and 10 at the Buffalo 27. He's back to pass, throws it over the middle. It is caught, a missed tackle, and a first down. Tyrell Dodson unable to make the tackle before Hudson gets 13 yards and another first down. I think Tyrell Dodson has struggled on and off in pass coverage, in making plays, and that's where missing Milano is really sucky. All right, it is 1st down and 10 at the Bills' 14-yard line. Bengals drive being kept alive with a couple penalties, a couple big plays. Buffalo is blitzing, trying to get into Burrow. He throws it, and it is hopped for an incomplete pass. Chris Collinsworth saying what I was just thinking, and probably all of us have been thinking, is that Dane Jackson so far has been the difference maker on the Bills' defense here in the first quarter, making some big plays. He was in on coverage on that last play. It is 2nd down and 10. Mixon to the right of Burrow. Burrow's back to pass. He's got some pressure, rolls to his right. He throws over the middle, and it's caught. T. Higgins, and he might be in for a touchdown. They mark him short just at the 2-yard line. But Burrow improvises in the face of a rush and rolls to his right and is able to find T. Higgins. Let's watch the replay. T. Higgins is definitely out of bounds, and the ball will be placed at the 2. Dane Jackson is in on that play also. All right, it is 1st and goal at the 2. So the Bengals' second possession, looking good. Burrow in the shotgun, takes a snap, throws it out quickly. It is caught by Chase, and Chase is stuffed. He gets maybe back to the line of scrimmage. Dane Jackson again in on that play. My clock is a little behind. There's now 1 minute to go in the first quarter of play. So it's going to be tough to keep the Bengals out of the end zone on this possession, but you never know. Things happen. The unexpected can happen. Buffalo up against it. Bengals at the 2. Burrow in the shotgun. Back to pass. Throws it in the corner. Jamar Chase incomplete. It'll be 3rd down. Teron Johnson on coverage there. Let's look at the replay. Yeah, that's a touchdown. Unless, I'm sorry. The ball got knocked out. Okay. That's why it's not a touchdown. The ball gets knocked out of his hand. He does not complete the catch. Woo! Because otherwise he had it. I'm rather surprised. What a play. That's surprised that that's that's on Jamar Chase. It was not knocked out of his hand. So incomplete. 3rd down and goal. Burrow handoff up the middle to Mixon. Mixon is in without any problem. So the Bengals, 2 possessions, 2 touchdowns. And as I said, this is going to be a game that if we're going to win, the offense is going to have to score a ton. 14, it looks like it's going to be 14-7 real soon. A little bit better overall this time around for the defense. They came close to making some plays. Burrow beat the blitz, but Buffalo almost got to Burrow a couple times. And you got to come away from that drive feeling maybe a little bit better about what Buffalo might be able to do on defense, which is kind of crazy to say because, once again, the Bengals drive ends with a touchdown, but it looked like they were about to make a couple plays. What is up? Chi Rossler. Go Bills from Japan. Konnichiwa. That is freaking awesome. What time is it in Japan? If you're still watching, let me know what time it is there, and are you serving overseas? Would like to know that. Tell me a little bit more about why you are in Japan. Well, I was on one of my top YouTube subscribers says he has hope for some reason. I think false hope, but I hope not. Boy, there's a lot of hope in there. Got to have hope. But, as long as the Bills can march right down the field, then okay. But if not, then we got to give the ball back to Cincinnati. Remember, I said it was going to be possibly 21-0 Cincinnati before the middle of the third quarter. Well, middle of the second quarter. But it's not going to be 21-0, but I could see them having 21 points by the middle of the second quarter. 11 o'clock. So that would have to be 11 in the morning. Certainly not 11 o'clock now. So that's almost 24-hour difference. That's crazy. So why are you there in Japan? Would love to know. Waza says Jackson hasn't been that bad this year. I think if Benford and Jackson develop from Rasul and Trey, that could be a great cornerback duo. I agree. And I guess I have not seen Rasul Douglas in this game. Maybe he's been on the field, but I haven't seen him. It looks like they're going with Dane and Christian Benford, which makes total sense. The Douglas just got here in the, obviously the last 4 or 5 days. So I do not expect to see Douglas much in the game. I do expect him to get out there, though. And, of course, if there is unfortunately an injury to Benford or Dane Jackson, then we would definitely see Douglas. All right, Bengals kicking off after their second touchdown of the game. It is short of the goal line, but it is that new rule where he can fair catch it, and I love it. That's what Shakir does. The Bills will start at the 25-yard line. So now, again, the Bills moved right down the field without much problem on their first drive. What will the Bengals do defensively to try to slow the Bills' offense down? That is the big question now. We need Lou Anarumo. That is the defense quarter. Buffalo first down at the 25. There's a handoff to James Cook, and my favorite play, the delayed handoff. My favorite play in the Bills playbook, the delayed handoff to James Cook up the middle for no gain. He pops one of them every 12 times they try it, so I guess they think that's a pretty good return on that stupid play. Gosh, I hate that. I really wish they would get rid of that play out of their playbook. I think they've run it enough times without success to be able to say, okay, we cannot run this play anymore. So that's the end of the first quarter of play. The Bengals 14, the Bills 7. Most certainly going to be a tough one tonight, boys and girls. I will be right. All right, we're back here, boys and girls. Got my boy in the basement here. Allen back to pass. Going deep over the middle, and it's incomplete. Looks like we might have a pass interference against the Bengals. And we do. So I'm curious what you guys think. Do we continue blitzing? Do we blitz more? Do we blitz less? Man, it's so tough on these DBs to be able to cover receivers. I certainly can see pass interference on that play, but man, it's really tough on those guys. All right, Josh Allen's got a first down, and he hands off an end around to Cook, and it goes nowhere. I would never run the ball in this game. So far, they've run the ball twice for a total of 0 yards or 1, whereas their passing game is been spot on. So, I mean, the averages tell you what you should do. If you're gaining an average of 7-8 yards per pass and you're gaining an average of a half a yard per run, why run the ball? All right, Allen in the shotgun, 2nd and 10, back to pass, under pressure, and he gets it away, and it's incomplete. All right, so the Cincinnati defense has definitely made a couple adjustments. If that last play is any indication, Josh Allen looked like he was having trouble finding the receiver he wanted to go to, stepped up in the pocket, probably should have stepped up a little bit sooner, got rid of the ball, which is good. Luckily, he got out of that with just an incomplete pass, nothing else. 3rd down and 11. Play clock running down. Allen better hurry up, get it off. There's the snap. He rolls to his right. There's a flag down where holding would be. Allen throws it and is incomplete. So this will probably be a holding against the offense. And it is. And it'll be declined, and Buffalo will punt. And now it begins, boys and girls. And now it begins. This is where probably within the next 45 minutes we're going to just have to decide whether or not we're going to go to bed and find out tomorrow morning who won. Holding on Spencer Brown. Sam Martin in to punt. This one could get out of hand real quick. There's a snap. There's the punt. It is away. Now it's turnover time. Now we have to get turnovers. And Buffalo is there on the spot to get the dude down lickety split. for a return of only about 3-4 yards. Yes, so the first drive that the Bills had was what we needed to see. The second drive the Bills had was what we needed to see the Bills do. And, well, I'm not going to say much more. So, our man from Japan, Bills fan in Osaka since I spent 7 years. I think you're saying that you've been a Bills fan for 7 years. And, okay. And in Buffalo, New York, you're a high school teacher. That is really awesome. That is really cool. So you're living in Japan, and I think you're saying you've lived there for 7 years, and that is so cool. That is awesome. So does your whole family live there? Did you get married and stay over there? Are you planning on coming back to Buffalo? Would love to know. Wowza says, I love how Dorsey looks good for one drive and then sucks the next. Yes, Mr. Wowza, I agree. I mean, the runs to James Cook are just, they're ill-timed. They are runs that I think they incorporate into their offense to have balance. I don't care about balance. I don't care if you throw the ball 80 times a game and don't run it once. The passing game that Buffalo has is the bread and butter of this offense. So what is the point of running at all, ever? Now, I know you can't go a game without running the ball because there are times when a run is the most optimal play to go with. Specifically, the quarterback can tell when it's time to stick with a run play or audible out of it. All I'm doing is saying what I see. And if I see a run play, a running game that gets 1, 2, 3 yards a carry, and I see the passing game where each pass gets 7, 8, 10, 12, 15 yards a play, that to me is all I need to know. All right, so huge defensive possession for the Bills. Is that what you call it, defensive possession? Burrow in the shotgun at his own 22, and he's passing, and he's throwing, and he's completing it, and it's a first down. Okay? So far, I've seen the Bengals. The only time they have run the ball was when they gave it to Mixon on third down at the goal line, and they've thrown it short. They threw it short to Mixon. I think they've run the ball once, and they have 2 touchdowns. I might be wrong, but I think that's the case. All right, Burrow in the shotgun again on first down and 10 at their own 34. Got Chase in motion, and they're passing again. They throw it short to Chase, and the Bills gobble them up for a loss on the play. It'll be second down and 12. I like the setup of that play. Chase, makes a man miss, and maybe they've got something going, but it looks like Terrell Dodson made the stop on that play. Okay, Rasul Douglas is in the game right now. There he is. Let's get an interception, Douglas. There's a handoff to Mixon, and he's got a big run for a first down. And now, of course, going back to what I was ranting about, that the Bengals aren't passing, there's a good run play, and it looks, quite honestly, much like the delayed handoff that the Bills run to Cook. They just had the blocking. They had the blocking set up right, and they executed. So whatever the reason is, Buffalo can't run that play. They need to stop trying. All right, Burrow in the shotgun. First down and 10. Hand off to Mixon. He's going the opposite way, and this time the Bills are there to make the stop. A.J. Epinesa, Terrell Bernard make the tackle. It's a gain of maybe 1. Jake, what are you seeing over there? Yeah, me too, right? My boy Jake says he's seeing what he kind of thought we were going to see. I think we're all seeing what we thought we were going to see. A Bills defense, a depleted Bills defense that's trying to fill some holes with a guy they traded for and guys that are stepping up off the practice squad, free agents trying to make a difference. Bills showing blitz here. And it's a run up the middle for about 5. It'll set up a third, and it looks like 3.
Stop him right here. Come on.
Okay, so Leonard Fournette is not active for the game. Would have been neat to see him in the game, but he's still in the practice squad. All right, now, it's going to be tough for Buffalo here to stop the Bengals because it's 3rd and 3. I'm not sure if they'll punt here if they don't get it. I have a feeling they would go for it, but maybe not. Burrow in the shotgun, and it looks like they drew the Bills offsides. Oh, maybe it'll be false start. False start would be nice. It is a false start. Okay, so Kappa moved, the former New England Patriot. All right, this is a down where Von Miller, hopefully can start contributing again on the defense. 3rd and 8.
Here we go. This is it.
Burrow back to pass. 4-man rush. Dumps it off. And it is going to be short of a first down, but the question is, will they go for it? And I would imagine they would at least line up and act like they're going to go for it, which looks like what they're going to do. Von Miller looking like, on that play, like he has a little bit more pep in his step. Oh, they're punting. They're not going to at least try to draw the Bills offsides, which I think is just crazy. Why wouldn't you at least try to draw the team offsides and then just take the 5-yard penalty and then punt? So the Bills make a stop. There's a punt away. Fair catch is called for and made by Deontay Hardy. All right, so Buffalo dodges a bullet there, keeping the Bengals from adding to their lead, making a stop, and now Josh Allen and our Buffalo Bills need to respond this time around with a drive that ends in points. Field goal or, of course, a touchdown would be great. Okay, I have from Japan. I married a proud Buffalonian and live in Hawaii. I am visiting my friends in Japan. Oh, that is so cool. That is very, very cool to hear your story. So you're living in Hawaii. You're so lucky. Why don't you want to live in Buffalo? Well, Buffalo is wonderful, but I've never been to Hawaii. But that is definitely a place I would love to be. Wowza, my main man says, give Dorsey the Canada treatment. Put him on the sideline. I don't know what is going to propel Dorsey into a new way of thinking on the offense. I think I've seen it, though. They have run the no huddle. I got to imagine that once he sees, he should be already. But if Dorsey starts seeing success in a certain game plan, certain types of play calling, and failures and other types of plays that he calls, that he'll gravitate towards the positive. I mean, it's just physics. I had said to myself this week that this is a Dorsey defining game. If he can, at the very least, go toe-to-toe with the Bengals. They don't need to necessarily win, but if Dorsey can go toe-to-toe with the Bengals, move the ball, and put the Bills in position to win this game at the end, then he will earn a lot of respect going forward. If we continue to see Buffalo's offense sputtering and making questionable play calls throughout the game, and they get trounced in this game, then the clock will start ticking on Dorsey for sure. Turn the game on. My boy turned the game off by accident. That's all right. Looks like we're going to get back to the game here in a second. Hopefully we don't miss too much. All right, well, you figure that out. Oh, there we go. Smart TV coming on. HDMI. All right, folks. So I'm in the dark here. Hopefully nothing. Well, actually, hopefully something big happens. That happens a lot. Whenever I don't have the game on, you will see. Whenever I miss a play, the Bills tend to do something great. Yeah, we come back and it's 14-14. What the heck? Oh, Jake. All right, you figure that out. Let me get on my phone here. All right, 1st and 10. Nope. The Bengals have the ball. Again, something happened. I guess we got intercepted. Intercepted, fumble. All right, something happened, and the Bengals have the ball. Looks like they're showing Josh Allen on the bench, so it looks like Josh Allen threw an interception. All right, so the Bills are failed to make anything happen on their next drive. Bengals have the ball at the Buffalo 21, and there are whistles. Yep, Josh Allen threw an interception. All right. Can you try to see if you can figure that out? Huh? Oh, I think I have to sign in with my account. All right. I'll just watch here. All right, 8:17 to go. Second and 1, Burrow keeps it, but I don't know if he made it. So it's 3rd down and inches now. Burrow And the Bengals at the Bills 22. And there's flags. I've never had to do this before. Why do we have to do this? I don't think we should have to do this. And I'll put something in here.
I'm in. We're in.
Oh, that was amazing. Okay, it's 3rd down and 5 after the penalty for false start on the Bengals. Burrow back to pass. He's got some pressure, but he's going to step up. He's going to run. He's going to get a first down and out of bounds at the Bills 20. There is a flag down on the field, though. So that could be big. That could be either holding in the secondary or it could be holding on the Bengals. It looks like it's going to be going against the Bengals. That's a big break for the Bills. But we are hoping and praying for things to happen. Really, what we're hoping for is the Bengals are making we're hoping for the Bengals to make mistakes because other than that, Buffalo is not really able to stop this team. So it'll be 3rd down and 15. And I am going to watch and see what happened in the time that we were away.
You've got to be joking.
Who's on a knee?
Terrell Bernard.
Terrell Bernard. So we got Terrell Bernard down on a knee, but that's better than flat on his back. Gonna look at this. All right, I'm going back in the game to see what I missed on the Bills turnover. Hi, Katie. Too many devices on YouTube covering now. Okay. All right. No problem. No problem. I'll see that interception another day. All right, it's 3rd and 15 for the Bengals, and this is going to be a very, 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 very big defensive play for the Bills early on in this game. Do not want the Bengals to have an opportunity to tack on another 7. They have had 3 drives, 2 touchdowns. Okay, now my guy is speaking in Spanish. Jake, what are you doing over there?
I didn't do anything. I don't know what happened.
Oh my gosh. Now I got our guys speaking in Spanish here.
Yeah, so you threw an interception.
Okay, can you figure out Oh no, never mind. It's a commercial. It was a commercial. I thought my TV switched to French language, and I'm yelling at my kid here. All right, 3rd and 15, Jake. Let's get up and make a stand. Get up. If you don't stand up, they're going to get at the first down. This will be a long field goal from here, so let's hope that they get no yards. Back to pass. It is caught. There's a penalty flag down on the field. Let's hope that it's off. Let's hope that it's offensive pass interference. A lot of times It's offsides against the defense. Okay. All right. So the Bills give the Bengals an extra down. Looks like Joe Burrow's fingernail is got a little boo-boo on it. That probably won't make any difference, but we'll see. It is 3rd down and 10. Burrow, you got to sit down because they got an offside penalty, and that was bad luck. Oh, clock is running. Back to pass. Buffalo blitzing, and they got him. Got a penalty flag down. Let's see what the penalty flag is. You can never have a play in the NFL anymore without a penalty flag. And Burrow is kind of messing with his finger there. Holding against the offense, that will be declined. All right, so Buffalo makes a play on defense. The pass rush got to him. And Von Miller was in that mix. Von Miller was definitely a factor on that pass rush. So we have a field goal attempt coming up. This will be a long one. I got to imagine it's got to be about 52, 53 yards. It's a 55-yard field goal attempt. How nice it would be if this turnover results that the Bills had into 0 points for the Bengals. And it looks like the Bengals false started. And that may have been by design. I can't say for sure, but not so sure that they didn't try to get Buffalo to just jump with a little flinch of an offensive lineman on the kick. But anyway, the Bills look like now they're going to be forcing a punt. Hopefully this goes into the end zone. It is fair caught at the 9. So the interception by Josh Allen does not cost the Bills any points. I got to now see if I can find this interception. Let's see. Oh, yeah. All right, so that was a poorly thrown ball by Josh Allen for sure. Gabe Davis along the sideline. It looked like the linebacker dropped into coverage and was able to snag that one. See what you guys are saying in the chat real quick. All right, most of you are locked on to your TVs, as I would expect. Which I think portions of this game I'm just going to kind of relax with my kid on the couch, watch some of this game the way I like to watch them, and that is just relaxed. Be much more relaxing, though, Jake, if the Bills were winning 14-7. got the cat here. I know the cat's gonna knock my cords out. I just know it. All right, so the Bills will start their next possession, I think, at their own 8. So Josh Allen bounces back. So in terms of the turnover battle that I had mentioned before the game, Buffalo needs to win the turnover battle by 2. Allen under center, where he's much more effective. Oh, a handoff up the middle to James Cook, and James Cook gets a few, 5. I mean, again, don't like the play. Wasn't a run for 0 yards, so that's good. So they're showing some Josh Allen stats. He has 91 turnovers, which is in the most in the NFL since 2018. 5th straight game with an interception. Allen in the shotgun. And there's the play I love. The inside handoff, and it gains 2 yards. They got 2. So I get it that part of the reason why you run the ball is to slow down the pass rush. I get it. It's strategic. It's a way of kind of controlling the clock a little bit. But what is the point when generally your pass plays average 8, 9, 10, 12 yards every time you complete one? So it is 3rd and 2. Josh Allen in the shotgun. Got James Cook to his right. Allen back to pass, and he's sacked. So this game is shaping up just about as I had expected, as we all expected. The offense has disappeared again. Ken Dorsey has been unable to make adjustments, to make the play calls that will make the difference. He has Josh Allen holding the ball for an inordinate amount of time instead of just getting the ball out quick, get it out to James Cook out in the flat, get Dalton Kincaid settled in a seam. There's the punt. Taken at the 46, and the Bengals have the ball at the Bills' 45. So, like I said, this is kind of like a test of Ken Dorsey's mettle. And so far, aside from the first drive of the game, Ken Dorsey is failing. He is failing to make the offensive, I don't know what you call it, play calling, rhythm, scheme, matchup exploitation, whatever the case is, whatever you want to call it. He is not able to see the game. It's like a chess player. He's making a move and then acting and reacting to the next move. He's not thinking 2 or 3 moves ahead in his play calling. All right, so the Bills back on defense, trying to do everything they can to keep this from getting out of hand. Burrow in the shotgun, quick pass out, and it is incomplete. Yeah, it is. My kid just said that this is looking like the playoff game from last year, and I have to agree. This is a lot like, and this kind of like what you see in the NFL a lot. You see pretty much the same results based on the personnel. All right, Buffalo is blitzing. They go deep, and it is incomplete. And it looks like Micah Hyde might be hurt. So, remember, people, I talked about a curse. And I know a lot of people are like, they are very, get away from my wires, cat. I know a lot of people kind of scoff when I say there's a curse, but I'm telling you what, if Micah Hyde is injured and out, I'm going to start screaming curse again. Because we've already lost our best player on the defensive line. We already lost our best player in the linebacker position. We've already lost our best player at the corner. And now, arguably, if Hyde is out, we have lost our best player at the safety position. Wowza says my prediction is looking less and less likely. It may be 45-10 at the end, to be honest. Yeah. Well, no one said this game was going to be easy, that's for sure. It's just unfortunate that I think the Bills could have this game tied or even be in the lead if I saw a little less 4 and 5 second dropbacks by Josh Allen. Saw those quick 2-second passes out to the flat. I know it's easier said than done. I mean, if those areas of the field in the secondary are covered, I mean, you can't do it, right? You have to hold the ball longer and go deeper or establish a run game. But I don't know. I look at what they did on the first drive of the game and think they just completely abandoned that, it seems to me. I mean, they had the quick pass out to Diggs. He got like 35 yards. Nice pass to Kincaid. All right, so we might be looking at nothing more than a concussion situation with Hyde. I hate to say it's just a concussion situation, but, you know, it is football. All right, Burrow on 3rd and 10 at the Bills' 45-yard line. Let's stop him right here. Bills showing blitz. They back out. They rush 4. Passes over the middle, and it's right at the first down marker. He's going to be just a little short. And it looks like it's going to be 4th and 1. I got to imagine the Bengals are going to go for it.
Be ready for it, Buffalo.
This will be a huge stop. Buffalo can make the stop. Do not jump off sides, Buffalo. Do not jump off sides. Burrow in the shotgun, so certainly not a quarterback sneak. Look for them to try to get him off sides. Nope, he's back to pass. He throws it and is caught. Caught in the seam. It looks like Jamar Chase. That's a first down to the Bills' 25. That's that quick pass I'm talking about. The offensive coordinator for the Cincinnati Bengals seems to have a firm understanding of what works when it comes to All right. So first down, Bengals driving. They already have the lead 14-7. 2-minute warning. All right, I'm going to go take a quick little tinkle. I'll be right back. Alrighty. We are back. 2 minutes to go here in the first half of play. Things kind of breaking down the way we kind of thought. The Bengals controlling this game for the most part. Burrow handing off to Mixon, and Mixon gets about 4. It'll be second down and 6. Joe Burrow, 14 of 18 for 120 yards and a touchdown. He's got also 39 yards, I was going to say rushing, but it's outside the pocket passes. Burrow in the shotgun, second down and 7 from the Bills' 22. He's back to pass in the pocket. He's got some pressure. He throws it off to the right, and it is incomplete. Almost intercepted by Dane Jackson. Oh. It was almost caught for a touchdown. Good play by Dane Jackson. Much more closer to a touchdown than it was an interception. So it is third down and 7. Buffalo showing blitz again. And we got a timeout. Timeout, Bengals. Wells is right. There's something that works. Then Dorsey abandons it completely. Absolutely. I don't understand. I don't quite understand. I heard someone say that the Bills try to balance the offense out at their own detriment. Allen having a very poor game, 5 of 10, 83 yards, and an interception. All right, third and 7. Burrow back to pass. He's got some pressure, lobs it out. Man is wide open all the way to 10, to the 5, and into the end zone touchdown. Tight end sample. So we knew this was going to happen. We knew that the Bengals were going to score points. We needed to see a Bills offense be able to keep up, and so far that is not happening. Missed tackle by Tyler Rapp. The extra point is good. And there's the 21 points that I thought that the Bengals would have in the first half. Thought it would be by the middle of the second quarter, but came a little bit later. Well, it says I'm going to go take a shower. Inform me when I'm back. All right. Here's the deal, people. And there's really just no two ways around it. As I've said, the Bills have a little bit better than an average team. That's all there is to it. You're seeing what the Bills have, and you're seeing what the Bengals have. This is, 10 out of 10 matchups. So Bengals will win 7 out of 10. That's where it was. 2 years ago, out of 10 matchups, the Bills would win 7 out of 10. There's a kickoff, minute 37 to go. Goes into the end zone. The Bills will start their next drive at the 25. Okay, so let's see what Ken Dorsey draws up for this particular. The Bengals do not have a good defense. The Bengals defense statistically ranks pretty low. So going into this game, most people thought that the Bills would be able to move the ball, and they did on that first drive. But again, for whatever reason, the Bills offense just can't seem to keep it going. Allen in the shotgun. He's back to pass. Another long time to hold the ball, but it is caught over the middle. And it is complete to the 49-yard line to Khalil Shakir. Buffalo has one timeout. Most certainly will be used for a field goal attempt unless Buffalo can get down there for a touchdown. First down at the 48. Allen back to pass. Throws it quickly over the middle. There we go. That's what we're looking for. Dalton Kincaid makes the catch. And here's the hurry-up offense. 1 minute to go in the first half of play. They won't run it. Josh Allen in the shotgun. Back to pass. Gets it out real fast. It's caught by Kincaid for about a 4-yard gain. And Kincaid comes up limping. 35 seconds to go in the first half. Back to pass. Allen throws it out, and it is caught by Kincaid and out of bounds on that bad ankle. That's going to be an interesting development as we see what is up with Kincaid. Let's look at the replay. Looks like he just really knocked his shin pretty good. Now we got a Bengal down on the play. 27 seconds to go here in the first half. Now, a lot of us are saying, well, why are the Bills moving the ball so easily now as opposed to the previous 4 drives where the Bills couldn't do anything? And a lot has to do with the fact that the Bengals are giving the Bills the underneath plays, trying to prevent any big play downfield. But at the same time, those underneath plays are available also in other situations, in the middle of the first quarter, in the second quarter. All right, looks like Kincaid should be okay. Looks like he just knocked his shin. He had the Bengal guy actually doing a soccer tackle on Kincaid that really should have been a penalty for tripping. All right, here we go.
First down. Let's get a first down.
It's 3rd and 6 now. Allen back to pass. Goes down the sideline, and apparently some miscommunication on the field between Allen and his receiver, and it falls incomplete. Well, you can't settle for field goals. Certainly not a 56-yard. Oh, my gosh. They are not bringing Tyler Bass out. Are you kidding me? 4th and 6 in a game they lost. The Bills just lost the game. If they are truly going through with a field goal here, a 56-yard field goal, and they're calling intentional grounding on Josh Allen. So this will make, oh my gosh, McDermott just got bailed out by that intentional grounding call. All right, well, this is a good ending to the first half, assuming that the Bengals don't go right down this field and kick a field goal, or there's a return for a touchdown. A fitting end to the first half of play, quite honestly. I really wish there was no intentional grounding on that play, because I would have really loved to see Sean McDermott trot out the field goal kicker to kick a 56-yard field goal in a game we're down 21-7, in which we can't stop the Cincinnati offense. Oh, so this should bring it to the end of the first half without a punt. Oh, boy. I'll be back to discuss this here in just a little bit.
Six guys rushing, and they just, they can't. I don't know. He just, I don't get it. It's just Buffalo, you know.
So you're okay with Buffalo attempting a 56-yard field goal to make the score hopefully 21-10. When a missed field goal sets the Bengals.
To my statement, right?
Yeah.
Is that right? Am I hearing that correctly first?
I think I lost the ability to listen to you when you were okay with a 56-yard field goal in a game we're losing 21-7.
Well, I'll be honest with you. I'm not afraid of taking points, and I know our kicker is very capable of hitting a 56-yarder. So, I'm not totally against that. No, I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not totally, because you're going to need 3 points to win the game anyways. If you're going to go 7 for 7 down the road. So, getting 3 points before the half is just would have been okay.
I would go for 3 points on maybe a 40-yard field goal or 45 or even.
Well, like I say, our kicker's been pretty good. He's hit field goals this year of 56 and more.
They're going to get lit up tomorrow. They're going to get lit up. You got to score touchdowns. You can't be kicking 56-yard field goals. Hey, kick all field goals you want. You want to lose only 35-22? That's fine. Go ahead. Kick field goals. Kick field goals. You're live, by the way, on my stream.
That's okay. I'm good with it. I've been watching football longer than you, so you ain't got nothing up on me, buddy.
What do you guys think in the chat? Kick field goals to make it 21-10, or go for touchdowns when you can't stop the opposing team's offense? We do have one person in agreement. Says the refs are making BS calls.
Well, that's like I said, ain't big deal. I mean, I wasn't totally thrilled when they did decide to kick it. It did enter my mind. I was like a little gitched on it, but I'm not. Like you say, I'm not totally, blown out on it. Not really.
Yeah, no.
You're not guaranteed anything on 4th and 7 either.
No.
So,
No.
it's a roll of the dice there. What type of gambler are you? 4th and 7, you turn the ball over?
I think there's as much chance as converting a 4th and 7 as there is making a 56-yard field goal in that situation.
Well, I don't know about that.
I do.
That nobody could say for certain on that.
No, I can.
But our running game is just horrible. We get 1 yard, they get 13. I don't know. We cannot threaten the other team because we don't have a running game. And then look at Spencer Brown. Oh my gosh. I mean, you want to see one replay of that guy? Are you kidding me? He was like in outer space. What the heck is he doing? They had a 2-on-1 block on that Corey or whatever his name was, and that guy got right in it. It was pathetic, really pathetic. So there's no question that our line still is just subpar. It's got to be. I don't know. It just was, to me that was a pretty weak effort on his part. And I think he's kind of got a reputation for that. I'm not totally sure, but and I was kind of surprised to hear Rasul is out there. And that other defensive lineman that we picked up, that was interesting. I was kind of hoping that the guy would come on and play. I hear he is extremely intelligent, so he probably picked up a lot of the playbook pretty quick. I just heard he was really, really intelligent on that stuff. So
Yeah.
he might help out a little bit. I was glad to see Poyer didn't get hurt.
Yeah.
They took him off.
Hyde. Yeah, Buffalo's 4th down conversion rate is 56%, and Tyler Bass from 50 plus, we'll just say 50 plus, not 56, but 50 plus is 11 of 18.
Okay.
So that's That's about the same.
Yep.
So you have 11 divided by 18 equals 61%. Yep. They had a 3% chance. Well, that's from 50 plus. 56, he might be 30%. I don't know how many 56-yard bombs on the road that he's hit. But, hey, you know what? You're right. If they got a field goal, how great it would have been. It would have been only 21-10. That would have been so much better.
Well, like I say, going into the locker room afterwards, hey, guys, we got 3 points. It was good. I know, but let's regroup here and let's talk and let's get this figured out. We got 3 points. That's good. Now they go in the locker room. Now they're down 7.
Yeah.
You know?
That's like you're cutting the lawn and you...
They could have been 14.
That's
you know,
like...
on your side, they could have went into the locker room with 14.
That's like cutting the...
4th and 7.
Uh-huh.
You know, do you want 3 points or no points, or and you don't know either which way. So no, I'm not really crazy about the call, but I'm not thinking
horrible.
It's all that
Horrible. Absolutely horrible. Please listen to WGR tomorrow. Not the GR guys know everything, but I got to imagine trying to hit a 56-yard field goal. And if you miss, the Bengals, there's so much more to it. If you miss, the Bengals are getting the ball with 25 seconds in right near midfield.
It was what was it on the 40-yard line? 40.
So if you fail on 4th down, let's just say it's incomplete, the Bengals get the ball at their own 40.
Yeah, I mean that's right. And if you go for 4th and 7 and Josh gets sacks for a 10-yard sack, then they got the ball at the 50-yard line.
But you know what? You know what they did?
What?
They went for it. They said, we've got to do this. We got to score points. And everybody would be like, good for you. You went for it. As opposed to being, oh, I'm scared. I'm so scared I can't get a 4th and 7. Let's kick it.
Everybody likes to gamble with other people's money, Stevie. You know that? It's easy to gamble when you get other people's money.
I wonder what...
But you try earning your own money and spending your own money and see how easy it is.
Well, I wonder what the analytics would say. Very, very curious about that. All right, well, I'll get back to my stream. Thanks for your input.
Hey, man, you betcha, buddy. Love you.
I might call you if they win.
All right.
All right. Bye.
Have a good game.
Bye. All right, so that was my uncle. That's the halftime report coming in from Pendleton, New York, or Lockport, Pendleton, whichever. As we have gotten through almost halftime here, the Bills just, you know what, doing what our Bills are going to do this year. They're going to have moments that are decent and then fall. We are back. We are getting back to 2015 Buffalo Bill football. And it doesn't have to be that way because we have the stars on the team, but we don't have the coaching. And if I went on to Twitter, and it is just up and down, left and right. People kind of overreacting. I agree, but they are calling for the dismissal of our coaching staff. And I think you and I are in agreement that we are getting close to that type of discussion, because we have, again, a team that has a lot of good players, but that are being wasted. So we're going to the third quarter now, and the Bills will get the ball first. So that's the good news. We'll see what type of halftime adjustments our beloved Bills make to perhaps pull this one out, but just not looking good at all. If we do not get a touchdown here, my boy says he's probably going to go to sleep. I don't blame you, buddy. Kickoff taken at the goal line by Shakir, and he comes out to about the 36. I mean, the 26. I'm sorry. 36 would have been nice. Here's Sean McDermott. Complimentary football. There it is. Complimentary football. When we try to run the ball, it's not working. Well, so stop running the ball. Gosh. I think Sean McDermott is possibly looking at his last couple of years in Buffalo. All right, Josh Allen in the shotgun, back to pass, throws it short. There you go. Stephon Diggs to the 30, 5-yard gain. There you go. Pop, 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 pop. That's what you got to do. Pop, pop. Here comes the annoying handoff up the middle for no gain. All right, Josh Allen scrambles and throws it away. There is a flag down. Buffalo has a illegal player downfield. So I don't know, people. I don't know if you want to maybe check in for the night and get some sleep. But this game's not going to end any differently than what we all thought. The good thing is, I mean, if you really want to think bigger picture, the Dolphins did lose today, so we only remain a game behind the Dolphins with a game to play against them. But again, we have a little bit better than maybe we just have an average team now. I don't know. 2nd and 10, pass to Diggs for 7. It'll be 3rd down. Good thing is they have not run the ball here on the first possession, albeit just 3 plays, but they have not tried to run the ball. Thank you, Buffalo. Josh Allen in the shotgun, empty backfield at his own 32-yard line. Back to pass. Looking around. Trying to keep it alive. Rolling to his right. Throwing downfield, and it is caught for a first down. Dalton Kincaid, although there is a flag down on the play. Of course there is. Why don't they just leave the flags on the field? Is there really any point to throw flags? Can you just leave the flags on the field so that way we can just run the play and see what flag the referee... Did he say no flag? So sometimes they just throw flags out of habit. Oh, jeez. Buffalo's 2 receivers fell down running into each other. All right, Allen in the shotgun. Diggs in motion. Here comes the handoff up the middle for 1 yard. No, it's a fake. A play action and a really nice play by Dalton Kincaid. Makes the catch, dives for the first down. Thought he wasn't touched, so he got up and started running, but the referee blew it down. I do believe he was touched. But there we go. No runs, all passes, and Buffalo's moving the ball. Ball at the 48, empty backfield. Here comes the run up the middle for 1 yard gain. No, it is a fake. Allen back to pass, throws it down the sideline. It's caught by Diggs. Chris Collinsworth raving about Josh Allen. Shouldn't be raving about Josh Allen too much yet. He has definitely not played his Josh Allen game, but he's back to pass here. It's good. They're not throwing it. They throw it short to Cook. Well, there you go. And what do you know? It's 8 yards. What do you know? Another pass play. Another 8-yard game. Gotta mix in that 1 yard run here, Buffalo, real soon. Yes, thank you, Chris. Chris Collinsworth saying what I'm saying. They're not running the ball effectively, so don't try. But you know they've got to because they have to balance the offense out. So here comes the 1 yard run up the middle. Handoff, up the middle, around the end. Okay, well, this time they went around the end instead of up the middle, and they got 4 or 5 yards. I really wish he had been tackled for a 1 yard loss because I would have really loved that. But we'll take the first down on the run. But again, they did not run it up the middle. Thank you, Buffalo. All right, now it is crunch time for the Bills to get this ball into the end zone. Josh Allen in the shotgun at the Bengals 18. He's back to pass. Get it out, get it out, get it out. Should have ran. Okay, it's second down. Allen back to pass. Throws it out. There we go. This may not go anywhere, but I love the play call. I love the play call. That was not exactly a successful play, but I love that they got it out to Cook on the perimeter on a pass where he could possibly make a move. All right, it is third down. Third and 9 at the Bengals 16. Empty backfield. Allen in the shotgun. Back to pass. Throws in the end zone, and it is incomplete. So it looks like the Bills will settle for a field goal here. And this looks like it should have been a touchdown, but Josh Allen just overthrows. Well, I don't know. Maybe Davis had his arm held. No, it was overthrown. And he did get his face mask. All right, field goal attempt. Got to make it. Really should have probably gone for it, but let's just get the field goal. And he's got it, and it's good. So there you go. It's 21-10 Buffalo. An 11-point game in Cincinnati. Now, I don't usually play the Bills Shout song for field goals, but I like to play it when I can. And when a game like this might be the last time that we listen to it.
The Bills make me wanna shout. Kick your heels up and shout. Throw your hands up and shout. Throw your head back and shout. Come on now, the Bills are making it happen now. Stand up now, come on and shout. Yeah, 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 yeah. Say you will. Shout it right now, baby. Say you will. Come on, come on. Say you will. Come on and shout. Say you will. Yeah, shout. Buffalo's happening now. Shout. We're on the move now. Shout. The Bills are happening now. Shout. They're making it happen now. Shout. We got the spirit, shout. A lot of spirit, yeah. Shout. We got the spirit. Shout. Just watch it happen now. Hey, 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 hey. Let's go Buffalo. Let's go Buffalo. Let's go Buffalo. Let's go Buffalo. The Bills make me wanna shout.
Okay, little shout song. Little shout song for y'all. Buffalo trailing 21-10. All right. I think we all know that Buffalo can't stop this offense. We don't have the defense. Again, if we had Matt Milano, Daquan Jones, Tre'Davious White, be a different story. But, we lost all those guys. Von Miller's not back to what he's been. Not sure he ever will be. This is where we gotta get something special, like a tip ball intercepted, Joe Burrow mishandling a snap, Buffalo gets the ball. That's what's gonna make the difference coming down the stretch here. I said it. The Bills needed to win the turnover battle by 2. Well, they're losing by 1. All right, Buffalo kicking off. It is a short kick taken at the 2. And good coverage, knocking the returner out of bounds about the 14. There is a flag down also, which very often means holding on the return, which will knock the Bengals back probably to their own 7-yard line, 8-yard line. Block in the back. All right. So that will be a tough way to start a drive for the Bengals, but I think all of us expect a pretty dynamic play right out of the gate because, again, not to, belabor the point, but the Bengals offensive coordinator has a better idea of what to do with the football than our Ken Dorsey. Burrow in the shotgun at his own 8. And it's a handoff up the middle to Mixon, and Mixon gets about 2 yards. Now, you have to also understand that the Bengals have the horses on offense with Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd, Mixon, which after this play I'll make a comment about that. Burrow back to pass, throws it short, and it is a nice tackle out in space by Dorian Williams. So that'll set up a 3rd down. That's one of the things about, I think, the way the Bills have put this team together is they have not put enough around Josh Allen to maintain the dynamic nature of this offense. I mean, it's not all Buffalo's fault. I think they really thought that Gabe Davis would turn into a solid number 2 wide receiver, and he hasn't. They've tried to get slot receivers to fill the shoes of Cole Beasley. They haven't. Back to pass. And Burrow is going to step up. He's going to run for a 1st down. And he's tackled by Tyler Rapp, but not until after he gets the yardage needed to keep the drive alive. The Bills have not actively sought players on the offensive side of the ball that could have made a big difference. And I hear a lot of criticism, and it's warranted for the contract they gave to Von Miller. With all that money, they certainly could have had some superstar offensive players around Josh Allen, and that really would have been spectacular. All right, Burrow passes out. It is caught by Higgins. Higgins makes a move and gets out of bounds at the 44. So, field goal your way all the way. Go for 56-yard field goals at the end of the first half. Kick a field goal there at the end of the first drive of the second half. Kick field goals all you want, Buffalo. This is what you have to face after you kick your field goals. This is the new Kansas City Chiefs right here. And you can't You can't match touchdowns with field goals. You just can't. Burrow, back to pass. Going long. It's got a man. And it's caught. No, incomplete. Dane Jackson again on coverage on Jamar Chase. Boy, that was right there. That was right there. All right, second down and 10 at the Bengals 43. Burrow, back to pass. That's what they do. They pass the ball, passes it out, and a really nice play by Teron Johnson on that play. Yeah, we do. My buddy said that the Bills got to stop this team every time they have the ball. Every time, because we might get 10 more points. Right, Jake? And we're down by 11. So we have to shut this team out somehow, some way in the second half, and then somehow, some way squeeze out 11. We only got 7 in the first half. Second half, we've got to get what will amount to 14. Okay, big third down and 11. Oh, the pass is batted down, and it's interesting. If that pass wasn't batted down, it looks like perhaps Rasul Douglas was jumping the route. Could have maybe intercepted that one. I had to watch the replay. Tell me what you think, Jake. Yeah. So here's the pass going out real fast. And no, Rasul Douglas would not have gotten there in time. All right, 4th and 11. And there's the kick. It's away. Ball bounces out of bounds about the 7 or 8. It looks like there might be a penalty flag down on the field. No. All right. I will be right back, kiddos. So it looks like Jamar Chase might be feeling the effects of that incomplete pass where he landed like a rock on his back. Josh Allen, first down and 10 at his own 9. Back to pass. Throws it short to James Cook. Okay, good 5 yards there. That was a minimal gain for a pass play. And it's still more than what they get when they run the ball. Generally. Second down and 6. Must score on this drive. Back to pass, throws it short, and it's incomplete. Third and 6. Buffalo's sputtering offense. Trying to make something happen here. When Allen calls a timeout. This is just not working, people. We have a average at best football team. Average at best football team. I was saying a little bit above average, but now I'm starting to think Buffalo's team is about average. I see this team finishing 9-8. 9-8. With all his talent. Where I don't think we're trusting the process anymore, Jake. All right, so Buffalo burns a timeout. A precious, precious timeout. Third and 6. Better get a first down after a timeout. Allen back to pass. He's going to be sacked. All right, this game is over. This game is now officially over. Buffalo punting. The ball is away. Fair catch at the Bengals 42. All right, so this game is I'm calling it over. I'm calling it over. We have lost this game. And Buffalo continues to do what now this is what's going to happen, Jake. What's going to happen is Buffalo in the fourth quarter is going to score 2 touchdowns real fast. They're going to be down 28-10. And in the last 5 minutes, Buffalo's going to score 2 touchdowns. And lose 28-24. Let's see what type of yeah, that's fine. Wowza says they're giving up. They use their timeouts quick when they are about to give up. Yeah, I agree with you, Wowza. This one is over. All right, good night, buddy. You going to watch a little bit on your phone? All right. If something, my buddy says good night. If something big happens in the next 10 minutes, I'll send you a text. So I said the final score of this game would be 34-14. Of course, Buffalo's not getting 14 unless they get a couple safeties. But I think it's panning out basically how we all expected. We've seen what we have over the first 8 games of the season. We have a offense that can no longer really move the ball like they used to, and a depleted defense. Pass quick out to Mixon, and Mixon gets about 5. So Jamar Chase is back in the game, though I don't think he's feeling too great right now. Buffalo trailing by 11. 4.5 minutes left to go in the third quarter of play. Burrow in the shotgun. Buffalo blitzing. The Bengals pick it up, and they pass it out to T. Higgins for a first down. So I think we all are just now going to settle in for the last hour of aggravation. And that's okay. Like I said, did we really expect anything other than what we're seeing right now? Flip out to Mixon, or nice play by Poyer in the backfield. He stopped for a 3-yard loss. So the only way, we all know, the only way Buffalo is going to pull this thing out is if something big happens on defense. Basically, our defense has to score. Our defense has to score touchdowns to have a shot at winning this game. Oh, my gosh. All right. It's 2nd down and 14. After the 4-yard loss, Burrow in the shotgun at the Bills' 45. Back to pass. Gets it off. It's caught. And a gain of about 8. It'll be 3rd down and 5. So, any points on this drive? Well, I was going to say any points on this drive puts the game away. The game is pretty much put away already, but any points on this drive probably makes it a lock. Burrow in the shotgun. Third and 5, back to pass. Rolls to his right, throws it, and it is incomplete. Is there any flags on the play? No. Okay. No flags. 4th and 5, I imagine the Bengals will punt. So now, as I had said, they're going for it. There you go. They're going for it. They're not going for a 56-yard field goal. Are they trying to draw them off sides? All right. 4th and 5. The Bengals going for it. Because that's what you do. They're going for it. Back to pass. Caught. And the Bills stop them. All right. Well, the anatomy of a comeback includes plays like that. So we still have hope, albeit very little. Okay, we're back. We're back for more frustration, more aggravation, more questions, more disgusting analysis of a team that has lost its way. Buffalo has 17 minutes to score 11 points. Do you remember back in the day when Buffalo would score? Remember this team, which kind of for the most part has the same players. In fact, better players than they had, right? I think Cook is better than Devin Singletary. I think that, I don't know, there's a design run for Josh Allen, and he gets a first down. All right, well, hopefully Buffalo is going to employ their scoring offense here earlier than they have been when they've been performing like this for the first three quarters. Josh Allen back to pass, throws. It's caught by Dalton Kincaid, and Dalton Kincaid has a first down. Okay, ball at the Bengals 44. Allen in the shotgun. Do not hand it to Cook. Do not hand it to Cook. They hand it to Cook. And Cook gets a yard. Okay, well, that's a wasted down, but whatever. They got, I guess, 2 yards on the carry. Maybe 3, but certainly not the 10 yards plus that they get when they pass the ball. All right, Josh Allen in the shotgun on after a wasted down. It's 2nd down and 7. Back to pass. Throws it. There you go. Throws it to Cook, and Cook gets close to first down yardage. So they get almost 7 yards on that play. I feel like he could have gotten more if he had just gone straight up field. So it looks like it's 3rd down and inches. 24 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter of play. Buffalo has already wasted a timeout. This is where Josh Allen needs to go up center and just plow forward. And he does, and gets the first down and like 4 yards. And that will end the 3rd quarter of play. Buffalo on the move because they decided to start passing. What do you know? Get in here in the chat here. Let's see what you guys are shying. See what Wows is saying. See, we got like 4, 5, 6 people in at a time sometimes. It's kind of nice to see. Eric is back. Peterman never plays, but they can't afford to let him go because there's nobody with NFL QB qualifications out there to put in his place. I don't get that. What do you mean? Not enough. Otherwise, they'd roll the dice on them rather than Peterman. I feel like you're stuck in 2017. I'm not sure. I want to figure out your puzzle here. It's like the guy who graduated at the bottom of his medical school class. You call him doctor. I think there's something really good in your comments, but I'm just a little. I think it's coded. I think you're speaking in code, and I can't quite catch it. Probably like 30 more that sit at home and do nothing. I think Wows is responding to you, and I appreciate that. Josh Johnson is a bouncing backup. Are you guys dissing Josh? I mean, you certainly can do it today because it's been. You can't even actually looking at Josh Allen's numbers here so far. It's not horrible. Certainly not good though. Josh Allen is 19 to 28, 196 yards and an interception. I mean, that's not horrible. That is not horrible. All right, here we go. Oh, we got a double reverse. Josh Allen going deep, and it's incomplete. All right. I think now you know that Buffalo's getting desperate when they're going to double reverse flea flickers. That's kind of embarrassing, quite honestly, especially when you're moving the ball as well as you guys have been moving it. I don't like it. Of course, I would have loved it if they had completed the pass. So, I need to be aware of that. All right, Josh Allen, back to pass, stepping up. He's going to run. He should get close to the first down. He's going to be just short. All right. Third and 1. It looks like there's a sneak. It's going to be close. I think they're going to get it. Ball at the Cincinnati 22. Buffalo trying to make this game much more interesting with some points. Boy, this game is so much like that playoff game so far. All right, first down and 10, Buffalo. Josh Allen in the shotgun. Really wish they did more play action, but because you can't do too much when you can't run the ball. Quick pass over the middle. It is caught and fumbled. Dawson Kincaid. And there's the second turnover. Oh. Whew. Oh, I got you. Okay, so every now and then Josh reverts to rookie Josh, but I think after the last time we're going to see much less of that. Well, it's hard to say. It's hard to say how much is Josh Allen, how much is the offensive play calling, the offensive plan going into the game. I don't know. You said Dawson Kincaid? I don't think you said Dawson Kincaid. That's okay. I've actually, because they both have the same initials of their names, Dawson Kincaid or Dalton Kincaid and Dawson Knox. They're both DK. All right, so Buffalo needs to get a turnover, but like I said, if Buffalo wins this turnover battle 2-2, they win. If they don't, they don't. And Cincinnati's got 2 turnovers, and Buffalo has 0. Pass out. It's caught. Alrighty. Wow, the Bills go down and score a touchdown on their first drive and then get 3 points since. Unbelievable. Burrow back to pass. And it is caught for a 9-yard gain. It'll be 3rd and 1. So, yeah, I am about to kind of, I think, just settle back here and finish watching this game without much commentary. Kind of like I did in the playoff game. You know what? Forget that. I'm going to have fun. I told myself I'm not going to get all emotionally invested in this team because we're just never going to win the Super Bowl and we're never going to win the Stanley Cup. And for the 2 or 3 that are watching here right now, I'm sorry, but I think you're going to also concur that the city's just never going to get a championship. All right. 3rd and 1. Let's get that first down, boys. Back to pass. Throws it and is caught. First down. Ball at the 39-yard line of the Bengals. Oh, our offense is just gone. We have no offense. Von Miller on that play, just no real pass rush, kind of just stood his ground and tried to bat the ball down. Oh, this is just like the playoff game. Pass out is incomplete. All right. Big long pass to Chase. I think I'm done. I feel like, yeah. All right, Burrow, handoff up the middle. Mixon gets about 5. Sean McDermott just looking shell-shocked. I mean, he should, and he's done a good job, I think, overall, calling the defensive plays. He really has. He's up against it. He has very little at his disposal in terms of talent on the defensive side of the ball. I think Sean McDermott has done an admirable job. Admirable job with the defense, considering the injuries that have piled up. But in terms of just coaching this team and getting what he expects out of his offensive coordinator, the game plan, specifically on the offensive side of the ball, and maybe even his influence or what he has with Brandon Beane and who he's bringing in, I feel like he's not doing the job. Okay, ball at the Bills 25. Burrow back to pass. He lofts it up, and it's incomplete. I don't get him. Third and 6. Got to hold them to a field goal attempt here for sure. For sure, because 28-10, this game is over. Let's pop into the chat here real quick. See if you guys got anybody got anything for me. Wows has been my main man tonight. Yeah, I agree. Wows, I think the window's shut. I think it's shut. All right, 3rd and 6. Let them get their first down. There it is. And down to the 7. All right, so let's get this game over with a touchdown. Burrow 29 of 41 for 308 yards and 2 touchdowns. Absolutely outperforming Josh Allen. There's a pitch. That run goes nowhere. All right, so after the Bengals score here, whether it's a touchdown or a touchdown, we'll see Buffalo's offense suddenly open up because it'll be time to score as quickly as possible. And Buffalo will score 2 touchdowns and make it final score 28-24. Burrow in the shotgun. Takes a snap. And then back to pass. And then throws it out. And steps out of bounds at the 2. Hi, kitty. Hi, kitty. I'll tell you what, things have really gone downhill since Brian Dable left. That is for sure. I mean, we've got pretty much the same personnel on offense, and ever since Dable is gone and Ken Dorsey took over, it's been a mess. Burrow back to pass, and it's knocked down. All right, so the Bengals will make it a 2-touchdown game. Too little, too late. Ken Dorsey's going to now supercharge the offense for the next. Dorsey's going to supercharge the offense for the next 2 possessions. I fully expect 2 touchdowns. I love it. Eric says he spent the last 9 years thinking, at least I'm not a Lions fan. I I know. Oh my gosh. Then we have lousy year, get better draft picks, drafts. I don't, I'm just so tired of draft picks and all that. What's up there, Josh? Everyone is aging. Yep, I agree. Maybe it was not the smartest thing to bring back Poyer. Boy, this game is exactly like the playoff game. Isn't that something? So maybe the snow had nothing to do with it. There's going to be a lot of discussions about a lot of things here in Buffalo when it comes to the Bills. I mean, they are now going to be, they're still, listen, they're going to be out of the running for the number 1 seed, I think. But, barring a bunch of teams starting to fall flat. But they're still only a game behind Miami after tonight's loss. And we still have them. But then you say all that and you think all that and you play out these different scenarios in your mind. The one scenario that you can't get away from is the fact that the Bills, again, are at best average team. Think about it. The way they're losing tonight to Cincinnati, a team with a very suspect defense, the way the Bills are losing to the Bengals tonight, only able to score 10 points to this point of the game, right? They have 10 points. They scored did they score 10 points against somebody else this season too in a loss? The Jets, right? Although the Jets have a very good defense, but let's see, they lost to the Jets, they lost to the Jaguars, and they lost to the who am I missing here? Oh, Patriots, right? Patriots. So, sure, we have scenarios where we can get into the playoffs, win the division, get the number 1 seed even, but you can't. You don't have the team. We don't have the team. We do not have the team. And we can continue to cry about losing our top 3 defensive players, and that's definitely made a big difference on the defensive side of the ball. But, man, Buffalo on the offensive side of the ball has just deflated. And I think it's true. The window did close on the Bills. All right, but here we go. Watch how quickly they move down the field and score a touchdown. Allen in the shotgun. Back to pass. Throws it short. Dalton Kincaid. And he gets 9. You watch how quickly they move down the field and score. Somebody called it that Kincaid was going to have the day. I think it was Wowza. Okay, 2nd and 1. Allen in the shotgun. Fakes the handoff. Rolls to his right. Dips under a tackler and gets first down. All right, here we go with our quick score with 7 minutes to go. Too bad they wait till the 7-minute mark of the fourth quarter every year this year to do anything. Quick pass out. Nice play to Shakir. Geez, they pass and get almost 10 yards. What a surprise. Under 7 minutes to go in the game. Ball at midfield. Josh Allen in the shotgun. Back to pass. Steps up. Throws it out of bounds. Alrighty. Josh Allen, shotgun on 3rd and 1. Hand up the middle, Latavius Murray. Josh Allen in the shotgun at the Bengal 48. Back to pass. Steps up. He's going to run. He's got a first down, and he goes down. Ball at the Bengals 38. Josh Allen in the shotgun. Back to pass. Steps up. Throws it short, and it is incomplete. Going for Sherfield. Ooh, that could be a catch. Second down and 10. Bills are challenging the last play. So this challenge better work out. That's going to be incomplete. All right. I'm not so sure about that challenge, especially when you need your timeouts. If it was something that was most certainly, without a doubt, something that would be overturned, then you go ahead and throw the challenge flag. So it's going to be another low point for the Buffalo Bills coaching staff on this one. The guy could throw it into the next zip code, just not the one he wanted. He's been improving steadily. Who are we talking about here? What's up, Joshua? Back. Cincinnati offensive line is too good. They're good, but I think it's more of the game planning. The ball gets out of Burrow's hands quickly. That's the offense today. That's offense. That's football. That's how you move the ball today on offense. You got to have a quarterback like Burrow, like Allen, like Lamar Jackson, like Tua Tagovailoa, which I am surprised he's playing so well. And you have to get the ball out quick. You have to have an offensive game plan where you get the ball out quick. You have to have an offensive coordinator that understands that you don't drop back and look for open receivers and you don't hand the ball off up the middle. What you do is you design the game plan to have receivers popping off the line of scrimmage, settling in certain areas of the field. I left out Patrick Mahomes. He's probably the top one. Listen, sometimes the quarterback's going to go back and hold on to the ball and try to find open receivers downfield. I get that. But those plays only open up once you soften up a defense where they are trying to mitigate the damage you're doing with the short passes, 5 yards, 8 yards, off the line of scrimmage, tight ends settling in to areas of the field. Okay, so they lost the timeout. Allen back to pass. Throws it over the middle, and Sherfield gets this one. It'll be 3rd down and 9. So Buffalo blew it with a timeout. Whew. So 3rd down and 1. I would really enjoy a Josh Allen keeper here. They hand it off to Latavius Murray. That's fine. That's what you brought him in here for. Hi, Kitty. Why don't you come make your debut over here? All righty. 4 minutes, 45 seconds left. Ball at the Cincinnati 26. Allen back to pass. Throws it short to Shakir. Shakir catches it and twists down for a gain of about 3. All right, so this is the second drive in a row that's been looking pretty good. Unfortunately, Dalton Kincaid fumbled on the last one. Buffalo inside the Bengals 25. Allen whips it out to Latavius Murray. He catches it and gets down to about the 17-yard line of Cincinnati. It'll be 3rd down and 1. Too little, too late. Too little, too late. But let's see if we can pop one in here. Too little, too late. 3 minutes, 40 seconds to go in the game. Allen in the shotgun. Back to pass on 3rd and 1. Allen goes to the end zone. Touchdown, Stephon Diggs. Too little, too late. Too little, too late. Oh, no, you don't go for 2. You kick the field goal. I mean, extra point. What? 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 Really? You have him. Throw it. Why the heck did he not throw it to the wide open guy first? Why didn't you throw it to the wide open guy? Let's hope he was in bounds. All right, he got it. All right, so the Bills down by 6. All right, well, let's do it. Let's have some fun with it. Might be probably the last time.
The Bills make me wanna shout. Kick your heels up and shout. Throw your hands up and shout. Throw your head back and shout. Come on now, the Bills are making it happen now. Stand up now, come on and shout. Yeah, 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 yeah. Say you will. Shout it right now, baby. Say you will. Come on, come on. Say you will. Come on and shout. Say you will. Yeah. Shout. Buffalo's happening now. Shout. We're on the move now. Shout. The Bills are happening now. Shout. They're making it happen now. Shout. We got the spirit, shout. A lot of spirit, yeah. Shout. We got the spirit. Shout. Just watch it happen now. Hey, 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 let's go Buffalo. Let's go Buffalo. Let's go Buffalo. Let's go Buffalo. The Bills make me wanna shout.
All right, we're back. Buffalo only has one timeout left now. Burrow back to pass. Got pressure. Ball's up in the air, and it's caught. And it's caught by Boyd. He's crossed the 50, down to the Bills' 42-yard line. The ball was a lollipop out there. He threw a lollipop. Oh. Taron Johnson can't make the play. Oh, that was really bad coverage. Handoff. And this is where you're going to see the Bengals run the play clock down. Bills too late. Too late on opening up the offense the way they need to open it up. All right, I'm shuffling my poker chips here. Got Josh Norman in there. 2:37 to go, win the game. 24-18 Bengals. They're probably just going to run. Hand off to Mixon. Mixon squirms forward for about 3. That'll be third down. Two-minute warning, folks. That's because we don't have any timeouts because Sean McDermott wanted to challenge a ball that bounced off the turf. Or, you know, I can't really blame it on Sean McDermott. It's not Sean McDermott that determines to challenge it. And I'm sure that's not the case. I'm sure somebody upstairs sees the replay and tells Sean, challenge it. All right, so here's the third down of the game. Need a minor miracle here. So they are going to run the ball. There's no doubt about it. So sell out for the run. Sell out for the run. If they pass it, good for them. They're already in field goal range, so they could put the game away with a field goal. Do not jump off sides. That'll be a first down. Oh, holding. There was holding on the perimeter. Yeah, Von Miller does not look like he can play anymore. Alrighty. All right, folks, I'll be back in just a little bit. Talk a little Bills football and then go to bed. All right, Buffalo Bills. Oh, we got one person watching. Wow. Well, Buffalo Bills fans, anybody that might jump on, I'm going to have just a tiny little bit of post game here, and then I'm going to call it a night. And one of the things I'm going to do, which I think might be kind of fun, is to jump onto our local sports radio talk and see what they're saying about this pathetic display tonight in the wonderful world of wonderful world of Buffalo Bills football. A game that honestly they probably should have won. If you do the things that I think they needed to do on offense, and they didn't. And they did. They once again failed to implement a offensive game plan that maximized what they're good at and stayed away from that which was not working. Now, I'm not going to say it was absolutely horrible. But
race is a big part of that, and that record is not good.
Right, and the Bills are going to be fighting to get into postseason, it appears, at this point, and then even then it's going to be a long, tough road to try and get to the Super Bowl, but you just start this game way too slow here tonight after that first possession on offense. Just can't get anything going. You have an injury-depleted defense going against an offense that comes into this game on fire and just didn't get enough done.
all right, so I'm going to get back to WGR post-game show here in just a little bit because I want to hear what these guys are saying. But, let's just kind of recap what we saw tonight. We saw a Buffalo Bills team that we've been seeing all season long, a team that on offense at one point or another, they just disappear. And I don't understand why. They came out after giving up the early touchdown, which we kind of almost expected was going to happen with the Bengals, right? They came out and went right down the field and scored their own touchdown. And I think all of us said, here we go. It's going to be, this final score of this game is going to be 44-40. The question is, who's going to have the 44 points? Buffalo's next possession, they just sputtered. And that's where it started. It's like they somehow, some way get undisciplined. I have my suspicions. I believe that the defensive coordinator for the opposition, in this case the Cincinnati Bengals, they notice right away what it is Buffalo wants to do, and they make the adjustments in-game to prevent them from being able to execute the plays that they want to execute. Ken Dorsey doesn't catch on until way late in the game. He either comes out like gangbusters with his offense and then loses control of the game, or he has very little to no success early on and then finally figures things out around the end of the game. Buffalo, on their last two drives, went right down the field. And if it wasn't for the Dalton Kincaid fumble, they could have won that game. But honestly, if Buffalo would run their offense from beginning to end, I understand there are adjustments that the teams will make, and you're not going to have a New England Patriots playoff style game from the Bills all the time, where they scored 7 touchdowns on 7 possessions. But this team can easily score more than 18 points. And I think we all know that if we had Brian Dable, this team would be scoring in the 30s like they were when we had them.
When your offense isn't clicking to keep pace, and that unfortunately was again the case tonight. I mean, they made it 7-7 early, but then the stall and the lull in play happened between quarters 2 and 3 tonight. And you can't play half a game in this league, especially against a fellow AFC conference power like Cincinnati, and expect to be still in the game at the end. I know they made it one score, but you never felt like it was that close.
No, we didn't. And it felt like if the Bengals decided to put the hammer down at any point, they could have kept putting points up if need be.
Want to thank our crew here on hand tonight, our spotter Jeff Matthews.
All right, so I'm going to pop in. I'd like to pop into WGR here in just a little bit, especially when they get the old crusty guys on from the afternoon drive. Like to hear what they have to say before I wrap it up tonight. But Josh Allen finishes 26 of 38, 258 yards, a touchdown and an interception. He ran for 44 yards on 8 carries. Again, the running game was a hindrance, although they only ran the ball 8 times, other than Josh Allen's 8 scrambles. So I can't really say that Ken Dorsey was trying to come out of this game with a balanced offensive tack, because let's just face it, he did not run the ball up the middle with James Cook over and over and over and over again, like what I can't stand, what none of us can stand. He didn't do that. And so that I can't say that Ken Dorsey had the same type of anemic offensive game plan like he's had in the past. But something is missing between the first half of this game, I should not say first half, the first drive of the game and the last couple drives of the game, there's something missing in between. And I don't know the answer specifically. It's easy to just dump on the offensive coordinator. But quite honestly, who else are you going to blame? It's the offense that is sputtering. And so who's in charge of the offense? Well, Ken Dorsey's in charge of the offense. Now, of course, Josh Allen has to execute, but he did okay. He had a pretty good game overall. 26 of 38. That's 12 incompletions. And, the Bengals were playing pretty tough on defense, even though they don't have the best defense. They were making things a little difficult for Josh Allen, and he came up, he rose above it. So, but, and I don't even dump. I think the defense actually played well, giving up 24 points to this Bengals offense on the road with all the injuries that they have. I think the Bills defense played pretty well. All right, let's go back to WGR, see what they're saying.
Because life doesn't stop.
They're on a commercial. So once they come back, we're going to really get a kick out of what these guys are going to say. But in terms of the broad picture, the big picture now, Buffalo 5-4, the Bengals 5-3. Buffalo has 4 losses in the conference. And now we're going to be scratching and clawing to make the playoffs, because the road ahead of us is very bumpy. The next game on the Bills' schedule is a rematch with the Broncos. First we got the Broncos at home. The Broncos just beat the Chiefs recently, so who knows what's going to happen with that game. I would imagine we're going to come in on Monday night and blast them. We should. Even with how poorly the Bills are playing, I think we should blast the Broncos. Got the Jets at home. Honestly, you can't say with this team what you're going to get, but I believe the Bills should come out of those 2 games with wins. We should be 7-4 on the road, but then it's insane. On the road against the Eagles, on the road against the Chiefs, at home against the Cowboys, on the road against the Chargers. Those are 4 potential losses right there. There is a really good chance the Bills are going to be 7-8 by Christmas.
But you guys always talk about scoring before the half and scoring coming out of halftime. How much?
Let's go to the press conference in Buffalo.
It's a huge swing. I think.
For Cincy.
Whether it's 3 or 6 coming out of the half.
Josh Allen.
Scoring on back-to-back drives and giving yourself some momentum. That's huge in a game, especially against a good team like we just played. So it stings. Losing's never fun. Losing sucks. It's one thing, though. We're not going to let this divide us.
I'm so tired of hearing this stuff.
We're going to figure it out.
Oh, you're not going to figure it out
And the coaching staff and
unless you fire Dorsey.
so we're going to figure it out.
Dalton had a great game. Had a tough fumble there, though. Did you talk to him at all on the sideline? Will you talk to him after the game at all?
It's unfortunate. Obviously, turning the ball over. We're going to have those, and you got to limit those as much as you can. He's trying to make a play. Unfortunate.
Josh, you sort of touched on it there, but, big picture, you guys are at 4 losses now. You only had 3 all the last season. Do you feel confident that this is going to get turned around here pretty quickly?
Absolutely.
What gives you that confidence?
The guys in this locker room. We got a lot of guys that are unselfish players, guys that will do anything that they can to help this team win football games. And, this second half of the season, realistically, if you want to look at it from a real view, you need 10, maybe 11 wins to get into the playoff picture on the AFC. Got 8 games left. We got 5 wins. So the math there, it's not pretty. It's not going to be easy. But again, if there's a locker room that can handle this, it's this locker room right here.
Do you take anything away from 2021 where you guys kind of had this similar path a little bit?
Yeah, it's nothing that we haven't seen before. But again, we just gotta find a way to put together, and whether it starts in practice throughout the week, or it comes down to executing on game day. It's as simple as that, and playing complementary football.
What is it about their defense? They obviously locked you up last year and tonight it was kind of the same. What do they do that gives you so much trouble?
They got some good players on that side of the ball. Do some different things with their linebackers and their D-line. Guys that, aren't gonna cost them a game. They don't take many chances. They're smart football players over there, and they had a good game plan.
Last week you were able to get Gabe the ball a lot, and it seemed to open things up. Tonight, was it scheme? Was it just where you were looking tonight that he really wasn't as involved?
Couldn't tell you, honestly, until I watched the film. I just try to run the play that's called and try to execute it to the best of our ability. And there's a couple plays obviously that we want back.
It looked so easy on that first drive. I know it just happened. You got to watch the tape, but can you pinpoint over the next couple of drives like what went wrong?
Again, just lack of execution, not getting to a rhythm.
Seemed like you pushed the pace immediately against the Bucks. This game, it took a while to go up tempo. Why do you think it took so long to make that switch?
Just the game plan that we had going into it, I guess.
All right, that's Bills quarterback Josh Allen at the podium following tonight's disappointing 24-18 loss to the Cincinnati Bengals. During his post-game press conference there, I was going through to try to determine the last couple of games the Bills have played on offense, right? So they scored 24 points last week against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are ranked 29th in total defense given up. They just gave up 39 points to a rookie quarterback, including 5 touchdowns and 470 yards, which is a rookie record. The Bills didn't score. They scored 7 points in the second half against that defense. The week before that, tonight, they played the Cincinnati Bengals, who are 28th in total defense coming into this game, 370 yards per game given up before this game, and they scored 7 points in the first half, and they had 10 points 44 minutes into this game. The week before that, they played the New York Giants. Let me do some math here. 32. They played the 24th ranked defense in the New York Giants, who gave up 338 yards a game. They scored 14 points against that defense. And then just a couple of notches ahead of them, the 22nd ranked defense in the NFL, who gives up 333 yards a game, including over 25 points per game on the defensive side of the ball in the New England Patriots, and they didn't score until the final 50 minutes. So what we're talking about and what I'm sort of breaking down is the abject failure that this offense has been this year. They're 5-4. Their defense, who is piecing together, they have Josh Norman out on the most important play of the game. And Josh Norman, right, who's 35 years old, who hasn't played meaningful or really any sort of high-level football in almost half a decade.
Right.
And they're holding this offense, who had like 400 and something yards last week and 35 points against the best defense in the league, the 49ers, and this defense was able to scrape together a performance and hold them to 24 points, including getting stops that gave the offense back the ball in the fourth quarter to make this a football game. Now, the fumble hurts, right? And it's a rookie, and Dalton Kincaid had a really, really good game, and I'm not going to pinpoint that fumble as being the end-all, be-all to this game. There were other opportunities throughout. What I am going to continue to point at is this offense continually underperforming when they play bad teams, bad defenses. This defense that they just played that held them to 18 points, that held them to 10 points for 55 minutes.
He's fired up. I like it.
460 yards last week. The Bills had 10 days to prepare for a defense that just gave up 460 yards 7 days ago.
Yep.
And the best thing they can do is run 5 wide and have their freakish quarterback basically just run backyard football plays. That is what makes them their best. Chris Collinsworth, he is what he is, right? He's not the sharpest tool in the shed. He goes on there and he's damn right about one thing. The only thing that works is when this team wants to play 5 wides. Well, thank God you drafted a tight end and you paid another one to run 12 personnel when the only thing you can do is line up in 5 wide and have your quarterback run quarterback sneaks or throw the football down the field, because you have no structure. Your best answers in the red zone on 3rd and 9 when they run man coverage is to run a 9 route to a guy who can't catch. He gets face masked, right? And maybe we'll blame the referees in this game, and maybe we'll point to the defense and Von Miller on that last play. Not the team, not the offense that over the last 6 games has 2 decent quarters of football. I wasn't mad, and then I started talking on the radio, and here I am mad. Because I came into this game not really comfortable about it because I didn't.
No.
I didn't think I've got text message groups with my buddies. Like
I
I'm
said
sure all of you do your
34-14.
Bills games, and you talk your talk, and you get
24-18.
hyped up for these games. And me and my buddies were like, yeah, they're gonna lose by 2 touchdowns. They probably should have lost by more. It's a joke. It's not a rivalry. That team is better than you in every phase. They outcoached you again. They out-schemed you again. They out-prepared you again. You had 3 extra days. What other advantages does Sean McDermott and Ken Dorsey need to beat this team? Or how about what other advantages do they need to even keep it close?
This guy's awesome. I like this guy.
I am so at a loss.
I like
for
this
the
guy.
performance that this team put out there today.
Yep. I agree with this guy 100%.
Defense, yeah, I mean, again, you can call in and complain about the defense. Yeah, you know what? They can't stop a lot of guys, and they've got a $120 million defensive end who plays 5 snaps a game and who can't make a tackle in the open field against a slow-ass running back. And whatever. And the Bills had 2 turnovers in this game, and Josh Allen continues to get fooled by the same coverages over and over again. Lou Anarumo, up to this point, again, had the 28th ranked defense coming into this game and just completely befuddled this Buffalo Bills team. They weren't prepared. They couldn't run the football.
I don't agree with that.
Josh Allen couldn't make accurate throws down the field.
I disagree with that. They moved the ball well. They moved the ball really well.
They ran a screen pass today, though.
But at the wrong times.
They ran some screens. And they scored on the first drive and went 5 for 6. And then Josh Allen didn't complete a pass again until the last drive. They had 10 passing attempts in the first half through 5 drives. 10.
Is that true?
It's not a serious football team. It's just not. All right. Let's do the thing. Let's go to the phones. Let's go to Luke in Lancaster. Luke, you're on the postgame show. Welcome.
Hey, man, super frustrating game. I don't know. It just feels like we're out-coached. I can't take it. Your frustration that you just dictated, I don't know what else to say. I mean, doesn't it feel like we're just out-coached in these type of games? It's frustrating because it feels like we have no answers, yet we have like an all-pro quarterback. And when you step back and you look and you just say, my God, what the hell just happened? I don't know. I'm not sure what to say, but it's super frustrating.
Yeah, thanks for the call, Luke. Yeah, frustration, I mean, that's what we all are, right? We're all incredibly frustrated trying to find the words. For me, it's not even about assigning blame. That's the easy thing to do. The easy thing to do is just assign blame. And I don't care to do that. To me, it's much larger than blame. It is getting to these points against the teams that you want to be considered in the conversation with. You want to be talked about like the Kansas City Chiefs, who have 2 Super Bowl wins. You want to be talked about a Bengals team who found a way to be bad and be better than you all while you were trying to build. And you're looking at these teams. The Bills have 1 regular season win in 7 matchups against these 2 teams. These 2 teams in the Baltimore Ravens are the class of the AFC. That's it. The Bills are not there. They're not close to the conversation. They're far closer to the Pittsburgh Steelers than they are to the Kansas City Chiefs and Cincinnati Bengals. That's the truth. They are far closer to the Pittsburgh Steelers than they are the team we watched them play tonight. 24-18 is going to make a lot of people feel good. Well, they were close. And hey, how about the EPA on the offense? The EPA per play was really good. The underlying numbers were fantastic in this game. Don't let it, blah, blah, blah. That's what we'll hear. And I have no time for that discussion. They got outclassed, outcoached, out-executed. Refereeing was terrible on both sides. Let's go to Devin. Devin, you're on the postgame show. Welcome, Devin.
Nate, I appreciate your passion here. No, I echo the same thoughts. I mean, they're not a good team, right? I mean, let's be real. The Bills are 5-4. They're not a good team. 2 questions for you. 1, do you foresee them making the playoffs? I don't. 2, would you rather be the Texans than the Bills right now? You have a young stud quarterback on a rookie deal. They're up and coming. To me, the Bills are stuck in the mud, and I don't see what gets them out of it. I don't think they have the coach to do it. I don't think they have the personnel to do it. Would like to hear your thoughts.
I don't know. I don't want to jump to conclusions about wishing I was, doing this show for the Houston Texans. But man, yeah, I mean, they looked really good today. And you look around the league and you continue to see offenses with, I think, lesser talent. I mean, how many teams have a quarterback as talented as Josh Allen and a wide receiver as talented as Stephon Diggs? I would argue very few. Very, very few. And it seems like there is more calculated.
All right, I'm going to wrap it up here tonight. I actually want to get on the phone and call WGR. But I want to thank everybody for watching. It was a game in which I think the results were very much what we had expected. The Buffalo Bills fall to 5-4, losing to the Bengals as we all kind of expected, hoping that it wasn't going to happen. But ladies and gentlemen, the Buffalo Bills are an average football team, and